Hello? What's up, guys? Yo, what's up? Good morning. What's up, Bailey? What's up, Movie Watching Maniac? What's up, Julius? You see the new Steam hardware? No, I want to look at it right now. I just saw the trailer. I haven't seen it yet, though. I'm literally like paused on the beginning. Shout out Soul Reaps with a 29 month ago. Hey guys, what's up, Gummo? What's up, Movie Watching Maniac? What's up, Allison? Hey guys, what's up? What are you guys up to? Good morning. Dude, so is Steam making a console now or what? What's up, Chipotle? Hold up, I want to see this. I want to see this new Steam console. Remember when we were talking about it too? I'm like, imagine if Steam makes a console.
Steam Deck. Steam Deck is our powerful, portable, handheld gaming PC that
That
lets
would be
you
kind
take
of
your
crazy.
Steam library with you anywhere. We're pretty proud of it. People who own Steam
Dude, I'm a
Decks have been
prophet.
playing everywhere, and we couldn't be happier with the response we've heard from all of you.
What's
We're
up, Young
excited
Fine?
to talk about the future of Steam Deck, but not today.
Steam
Because
Machine
this isn't
2.
a video about the future of Steam Deck. This is a video about the future of Steam hardware. Today, we're announcing 3 new members of the Steam hardware lineup. All connect you with powerful PC gaming. All are optimized for gaming with Steam, and all are shipping in early 2026. Let's start with
Damn,
this.
bro. Thank you, Gummo.
This is the new Steam controller.
What the fuck?
This is the new
Is that gonna be comfortable to hold?
Steam controller.
Why does it have like a trackpad on it?
This is the
Oh, because you're playing Steam games, you're gonna need like a mouse and trackpad, right? That makes sense. Is that optimal though? Is that gonna feel good?
new Steam controller. The new Steam
What?
controller puts all of your Steam games at your fingertips, so you can play wherever and however you want. Just like with Steam Deck, we want
Shout
you to
out
be able
Bailey.
to play any game with your Steam controller, even games never built with a controller in mind. It has all the great features from Steam Deck, like trackpads, gyro, and back buttons, all in a comfortable form factor. Its next-generation magnetic thumbsticks let you play with improved responsiveness
Huh.
and longevity.
I want to see the console though.
Sensors on the
Is it gonna be
thumbsticks,
like?
now on the back of the controller too, so you can enable precision gyro aiming with the touch of your thumb or your
That's what I was low-key saying. I was saying like consoles should low-key have like the pedals like as a default thing in controllers, you know? It shouldn't be like a new like a luxury like a pro version of a controller. They should just implement it into like the standard like base model of controllers from now on. Like it's such a
We put capacitive touch sensors on the thumbsticks.
just add it to the
and now
thing.
on the
What's up,
back of the
Sakai? What's up,
controller,
Jam?
too, so you can enable precision gyro aiming with the touch of your thumb or your pinky.
That's cool that
if
they
you're
have
feeling
the
fancy.
back
Play
paddles
for
by
way
default.
Too long with a rechargeable lithium-ion battery that allows for over 35 hours of playtime. With Steam Controller, we want to make charging and wireless pairing something that's actually easy. That's why we created the Puck. The Puck is a combination wireless adapter and magnetic charger included with every Steam controller.
Huh.
Snap it on to charge. Once you're charged up, snap it off again. You can play over Bluetooth or
What do the
wired connection,
trackpads
too.
do?
The new Steam controller works with any device running Steam or Steam Link, whether it's a PC, Mac, handheld, smartphone, Steam Deck, or the new Steam Machine. Oh, this is the new Steam Machine. Steam Machine
It's
is a
small.
powerful gaming PC in a small but mighty package, designed for your games on the big screen. It's quiet too, which is crazy since it's 6 times more powerful than a Steam Deck, powered by a discrete,
What?
semi-custom AMD GPU, enabling 4K gaming at 60 frames per second with
How much is
FSR.
it?
Steam Machine runs SteamOS made for a bigger screen, built for gaming in your living room, your office, or wherever you play, with the rest of your PC accessories. Steam Machine borrows some great features from Steam,
What's up, Raffings?
like lightning fast sleep and wake, an SD card slot to easily expand your storage.
Is it over for consoles? I've been feeling like that's what's gonna happen. Like, the consoles are gonna have to start getting more into the PC like realm, you know? I think that's what's gonna happen. Like,
And bring some new tricks of its own, like a customizable LED strip, which can show different system functionalities, or your own light show.
the
Steam
PC
Machine is a
console
PC,
hybrid.
So run whatever software you want, and it works with all your favorite desktop and gaming accessories.
If this is
Steam Machine is
priced
designed
similar to like the
hand in
next
hand with the
PlayStation
Steam
or
controller,
Xbox,
with the low latency wireless connectivity of
this
the
might be
Steam
crazy. We
controller,
got a new
built
player
right
in the game.
and it's great for streaming your games to your phone, tablet, laptop, Steam Deck, or Steam Frame. Oh, yep, this is Steam Frame.
It's 1500? No, it's not.
Steam Frame is Valve's next generation VR hardware. Stream all your Steam games.
If it's that
VR and
expensive,
non-VR
okay, I was about to
with
say.
its comfortable, lightweight,
Then
wireless VR headset. Steam Frame uses camera-based tracking, so getting into your games is as easy as slipping on the headset and waking it up. Steam Frame controllers, included with the headset, are designed with all the inputs you need for your VR titles, like motion controls and capacitive tracking for all your fingers, as well as a split gamepad layout to work with your whole Steam library.
what do you think
They feature
is the
same
price?
magnetic
I
cup.
think max like I don't know. I'm just thinking like if they really want to compete with like PlayStation and Xbox, it's got to be like maximum 600. 600. I think past 600 is like pushing it cuz the PS5 was like 499, 599 around there.
Thumbsticks a Steam controller for responsiveness and longevity.
If it's going to be that much more expensive than a PlayStation, like it's got to be
Steam Frame also pairs seamlessly with the new Steam controller, a great companion for playing non-VR games in the headset. To make sure streaming is smooth and stable no matter what, Steam Frame includes a wireless adapter that lets you stream your games from your PC to your headset over a fast and dedicated Wi-Fi 6 connection. And the game is streamed
Yeah, it's gotta
through
compete
Frame
with the other
optimized
consoles.
for VR, using new technology that allows for the highest resolution streaming exactly where your
Yeah, low key though, like what price do you guys think the next PlayStation and like Xbox is going to be?
eyes are looking. And Steam Frame is a PC, running Steam OS. In addition to streaming, you can install
Yeah, everything is going to get more expensive. Like even just like
play a bunch of VR and non-VR games right in the headset without a host PC. You
didn't PlayStation increase the prices for their consoles recently, bro? As well? Or was that Xbox? I don't remember which one. I think they increased the prices.
can also expand your onboard storage to fit even more games with a micro SD.
That's crazy. Yeah, it's probably you guys are
Steam
right. It's probably going to be
controller,
like 600,
Steam
700.
Machine, and Steam Frame. All built with the same DNA as Steam Deck, all powered by Steam, work together, and can be used however you'd like with whatever peripherals and accessories you choose.
Low key though, like that is expensive, like from like console, like from a console standpoint, but like from a PC standpoint, like 700 is pretty cheap. So you have to be like, is this gonna also act like as a PC? You know?
Whatever peripheral
It was like, bro, 700 is like that's like the price of like a mid-tier like graphics card alone, you know?
and accessories you choose. Everything you
That
see
low-key
here
might be
is the
worth
culmination of
For like a competitor to
what
console.
we've learned from our previous hardware experience and what we've wanted ourselves as gamers. Powerful
My main thing is how
gaming
strong is it gonna
and
be, bro?
open ecosystem, giving you more ways to enjoy the game
It said 6 times stronger than a Steam Deck.
love and discover new ones. Steam Controller, Steam Machine, and Steam Frame are
Like low key. I think this is like they're like the big three are just like fighting now. Like now we got a third guy in joining the fight. But I think at the, like eventually it's gonna like consolidate into like one, like because like the only what is the only thing that like PlayStation has going for it? They're literally buying, like they're literally spending money for like publishers to have their games exclusive on their console. Like that's low-key the only That's low-key the only reason people get PlayStation, is because at this point they have like they're like doing this like artificial like scarcity, and it's like if you want to play Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, if you want to play God of War Ragnarok or Ghost of Yotei, you have to get a PlayStation. Like they're spending money to like, but it low-key holds, it kind of holds everything back, bro. 9 Iris.
Your onboard
Hell yeah,
storage
bro.
to fit even more games with a micro SD.
You know what I mean? Like I feel like games being exclusive to consoles kind of just like holds everything back, just so that PlayStation could stay alive.
Culmination of what we've learned from our previous hardware experience and what we wanted ourselves.
And especially with like PlayStation exclusives just eventually coming to PC anyway. Like Xbox is getting around that because like God of War Ragnarok isn't on Xbox, or like Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and Ghost of Yotei, but they'll eventually come to PC, so that's why Xbox's next console is going to be a Xbox console hybrid, so that they could like they're doing like a workaround so that they could get PlayStation's games onto their console. So now everything is just becoming like all the consoles are just going to become PCs. That's low-key so much better for like the consumer though. You know what I mean? That's low-key so much better for us.
Gamers. Powerful PC gaming in an open ecosystem, giving you more ways to enjoy the games you love.
Are you excited for new Halo? I watched the trailer.
Steampowered.com.
I thought it looked pretty cool.
/hardware.
That's low-key crazy. I could definitely see like PlayStation or like Xbox, or like even like, well, I don't know about Nintendo. Nintendo is like in its own like niche, you know, because Nintendo is like in a different like, they're more of like the party game, like family market type of thing. But even then, like, I'll be able to play emulators on your console without having to buy it. Yes, bro. That's the whole reason. Like they should like. I think the idea, like this is what I think about like retro, like the retro handhelds too and stuff, is that like people are hyped for like a PSP2 or like a new PS Vita from PlayStation, but if you really think about it, bro, if you want to play PS2 games, PS3 games, you're gonna have to repurchase them, and they're gonna sell them for like $50 on the PlayStation Store, and they'll name it like PS2 Classic Games, and they'll have like a limited library, and you're gonna be super limited, and you're gonna be stuck on PlayStation's store, because now they basically just have like a monopoly on you, and they could charge you whatever they want for whatever game. You know what I mean? That's why I feel like even when it comes to like handhelds, like the future isn't gonna be like a PlayStation handheld, or like even like Nintendo. But Nintendo's still in their own niche. But I think the future is gonna be like Android or PC like handhelds, because you could just get a handheld like that and then just like emulate PS2 games, emulate PS3 games without having to work around PlayStation and hoping that they have PS2 games that you want and that the licenses hasn't run out for them to like squeeze like money off of you for it. You could just like, bro, it's a game from 30 years ago. Let me just download the game, bro. You know what I mean? I could definitely see like PlayStation, like they just stop making consoles like within the next, like I don't know, I could see them just stop making consoles and they just become like a publisher, and they just publish games instead. Like isn't that literally what happened to Sega? Think about how fire it would be if that happened to Nintendo, bro. If they stopped making consoles and they just were just a publisher for their games, and you could play like, you could get releases of like Nintendo IP, but like just on every platform and shit. And like handheld PCs or like handheld Androids like replace the Steam Deck. Like, bro, that would be so fucking cool. I feel like every Nintendo IP is just held hostage on Nintendo.
Hey everyone.
And they're literally actively going out of their way to like stop emulation, bro. Dude, that's crazy, bro. Like they're going out of their way to, like, they're trying to like sue people and shit and fucking, I don't know. Like, that's crazy.
Even games never built with a controller in mind. It has all the great
The
features from
capitalism is
Steam Deck,
literally hindering
like
innovation, bro.
gyro and back buttons.
Emulation is like objectively so, like that's such a good
All
fucking
in a comfortable form factor.
thing for us, and they try so hard to stop it because it'll fuck up their profits. Because they don't have control over it.
Steam Machine borrows some great features from Steam Deck.
Patents and shit, like why is that shit even allowed? What good does that even do?
It brings some new tricks of its own, like a customizable LED strip, which can show different system functionality.
Like,
or your own light show. Steam Machine
I don't know.
So run whatever software you want, and it works with all your.
Like, correct me if I'm wrong. I might sound dumb as fuck, but like, does that shit do? Does that shit even do like any good for us? I think that's just meant to protect like these corporations, bro.
And it's great for streaming your games. On your phone, tablet, laptop.
Anti-competition. Yeah, it just protects them, bro. I don't know, bro.
Included with every Steam controller. Snap it on
Like those copyright and everything. Like I understand, but like, yeah, I don't know. Dude, it's a Steam console.
The new Steam controller works with any device running.
It's crazy how small they made it too. If it's really that small, I mean, average size? It's average size, guys. It's average size. It's not small.
Steam Machine is a powerful gaming PC in a small but mighty package, designed for your game.
Yeah, this is Steam. This is the Steam console.
Too, which is crazy, since it's 6 times more powerful than a Steam Deck.
And it's 6 times more powerful than a Steam Deck. How can we like comprehend that? How much powerful is that going to be?
Powered by a
Yo, shout out Eves.
semi-custom AMD GPU, enabling 4K gaming at 60 frames per second with FSR. Steam Machine runs SteamOS made for a bigger screen, built for gaming in your living room, your office, or wherever you play.
Low key, like if this is less than $1,000, like even like think about like $1,000, that's expensive as fuck for a console, but for a PC, like that's low key like on the lower side, no, for like a computer. For like if like for a strong one.
Or wherever you.
I don't know how to see, like, am I supposed to look at this as a console or a PC? Because low key, like, if they're able to sell like a strong PC, but like at the price of a console, dude, that would be fucking crazy. Like, that would low key solve. Nah, bro, is this too good to be true? Apple said hi. What's up, Apple? It's a hybrid. It runs on SteamOS.
In your living room, your office, or wherever you play, with the rest of your PC.
How much is it? I don't know. Wait, let me wishlist now. Let me see. Steam. Oh wait. Let me open up Steam. I don't think they have prices yet. Let me see. RTX 4060. Steam hardware. No, it doesn't have a price yet. We are made for Steam and SteamOS. Dude, imagine we all switch from Windows 11 and shit to like SteamOS, and they make like SteamOS a lot more like. Can we do that? I don't think a lot of people do that yet. Have done that yet. Does Windows even have like a competitor like that? For, like the gaming? Like bro, if they made SteamOS as like, you know, compatible, bro, I would low-key like we all switch into SteamOS. If it's cheaper than a PS5 Pro, it'll dominate the market. Yeah. And you're basically playing on Steam. But Steam OS is only Steam OS, right? Like, how do you play Fortnite on Steam OS? That's my question. That, like, how does Steam OS work? Don't you need to like modify your shit to if you want to play games that aren't on Steam? Like, how do you play like League of Legends? Like, it's not really a. It's an operating system. Like Windows and Linux, so you could still get like Fortnite on it. Cause I heard people need to like tinker with their Steam Decks in order to play Fortnite. No, or is that not true? Asking the real questions. All right, how do I play Fortnite, bro?
Accessories. Steam Machine borrows some great features from Steam Deck, like lightning fast sleep and
Probably it's Linux just made by Steam, so you could go on desktop mode and then the Steam pick. Ah, okay.
and bring some new tricks of its own, like a customized.
Yeah, I don't know anything about Linux or anything, so I don't know.
Or your own light show. Steam
But aren't a lot of games not as compatible on Linux than Windows though? Or is SteamOS like solving that issue? Because that's what I would hear, but like 5 years ago, I don't know if that's still a problem today.
So run whatever software you want, and it works.
You can't play anything with the anti-cheat. Just the ones with anti-cheat, but maybe they can solve it. Okay. But don't most games have anti-cheat though?
All your favorite desktop and gaming accessories. Steam Machine is designed.
Is it like every multiplayer game?
Steam controller with the low
I need a
latency
shit.
wireless connectivity of the Steam controller puck built right in, and it's.
I want to see like gameplay on it.
All right, so Valve
Have you guys ever put on a VR headset before? Is that it? What the fuck is that? Oh, this guy has it. What the hell?
It's a little bit shorter and deeper, but it's basically a cube. And
Do we have gameplay
so
testing?
Weird how small it is. It's like 3.5 liters, and it's like this cube that can play games. There's a
Peace out,
good number of
Gummo.
ports around it. You have your display port and HDMI. You have gigabit Ethernet. There's one USB-C on the back, and then there's also two USB-A on the back, but there's two more up front, and you also get a micro SD slot up front. So if you have a Steam Deck and you store your games
If Linux and CMOS get super big and popular, developers will probably try more for compatibility fixes for their game. Yeah, they just need to lock in, bro.
a micro SD, you can just pop it out and bring it over into your new Steam machine, and you just transfer your game library over there instantly. It's like a very simple
Can you play
way to
Fortnite
bring
on Steam
games
Deck?
over. You also get
Look
a
how
magnetic
small that shit
faceplate,
is.
So they showed a couple variants that you could swap around, and there's also a DIY one where
That's
one
kinda
of the employees
crazy.
had made, like,
How?
an e-ink display on one of it. And then behind this panel,
What's up,
is a
Alex?
dust grill that's designed to be easily cleaned, and there's also an RGB light bar that you have full control over. And they were talking about how you could have it show the download progress of games and
Bro,
updates. So you
what?
can start an update and then just swap over to a show or something, and then when that bar is full, you'll know that the update is finished, and now you can play the game. It's like a super simple addition to this, but it's just a nice touch. When you open up the cube, you can see it's a very dense cube. You can replace the storage on the bottom. The stock drive is a 2230 shorty, but you
Holy
can replace
shit.
it with a full-size 2280.
How
if
they
you
make
want.
it so
And runs
average
a
size?
custom heatsink as well as a 300-watt power supply. There's no AC brick or anything, and the whole system is cool.
What's
with
up,
a
Ball?
Very quiet single fan. And when it's idling and doing light tasks, it's like mid-20s, but even at full load, like maximum effort, this thing does 28 to 30 decibels. I brought my ear up to it, and you could tell it is a remarkably quiet system. And it's because they put a ton of time and engineering effort into like the.
Can I insert my
thermodynamics,
PS5 disc? I don't even think it has a
fluid
disc
dynamics,
drive.
the airflow and everything. It is very well thought out.
That's what I was low-key thinking. Like, we're probably gonna have no physical media for Steam. It's just gonna be on Steam. No more. It's a console, but no disc drive.
The airflow comes in from the big intake on the bottom as well as the intake up front, and it flows through the system, through the
That
power
would
supply.
low-key kind of be cool though if they started doing that. But how would that even work? Like if you go to GameStop and they have like Steam, like you got your PlayStation with. I mean, you got your PlayStation with the blue. It says PS5, and you got your Xbox ones with Xbox, and then you got like a new section at the GameStop store and it says Steam on it, and you got your Steam discs. But physical media is already dying though, so that's not even gonna happen. But that would be cool though.
And out the rear exhaust. Now, in terms of my expected performance from this device, I've only
6
used
times
one
stronger
other
than the
laptop that
Steam
had
Deck.
a
That's
similar
crazy.
GPU that
It's
had a
6
Radeon
Steam Decks.
7600M, And the performance of that was similar to like a high wattage RTX 4060 laptop. So it's solid for 1080p gaming, but for 4K gaming, I think a lot of the heavier titles will need to lean on that FSR tech. So they let me play with the system for a while, and a couple things I noticed. The sleep wake was really good. I put it to sleep several times, and every time I fired it back up, it was right back into that exact same state. There was no stutter or anything. And I would say that the
I
performance
have a 3060 Ti. Apple said hello. Dude, you said this shit like 20 times already. I'm on, bro, yeah. Get on my face, bro.
better than I thought it would be. I think I had like, because it was so small and so quiet, I was like, how good could this possibly be? But yeah, I was getting good frame rates.
Stutter Engine 5 to fry it.
And swapping between two games was really fast and fluid. Now,
The
quick note
trackpads on the
antennas.
controller
There's
look
4
crazy.
antennas. 2 of them are dedicated to the Wi-Fi 6E connection. One of them is
It runs Cyberpunk on 4K ray tracing at 60 FPS. Do the consoles do that? Does PS5 do that?
dedicated to the Bluetooth connection. So like if you want to play games
PS5
on a
Pro?
Bluetooth controller, you just have, uninterrupted access
That's
to
kinda
its
crazy.
own antenna. But the 4th antenna is dedicated exclusively for their own kind of in-house controller. Now in terms of pricing, they didn't indicate exact pricing on this device yet, but they did say
Oh, I don't know if this rumor is true. Did you hear that PlayStation is gonna introduce? I don't know. I kind of doubt it. No way that's real. Introduce cross-buy. If they do that, dude, I low-key need that. Where like if you buy a disc, like if you buy a PlayStation disc, like you also get like a Steam key, and like you buy on like PlayStation, you also get a Steam key for it for the same game. As you get a copy for both. And that's not even like a new thing though. Like they did that in the PS3. Okay, don't get all hyped because I don't know if it's real or not. I just saw a leak on Twitter. I don't know if it's real, but it's just a rumor. But they had that in PS3. Like they had it for Portal. You bought the disc on PS3 of Portal, and then it gave you a Steam key for Portal as well. And then same thing for PlayStation All Stars. Like you bought the disc for PlayStation All Stars, and you get the ownership on PSP as well. Like it's an old. Shout out 7 Oko Logo with the 27 months. Thank you. What's up, Trash Man? I need that, but reversed. Dude, just buy the PlayStation one, and then you'll get the key.
that they're not targeting like console pricing. They're just targeting, I guess, small form factor PCs. And
I don't
it's
know
just,
if that's
like,
true though.
supposed to
No,
be
like
competitive.
I don't know. Would it even matter if you buy used games? Probably not. It'd probably just be like a code that you put that's put in like a piece of paper that's inside the shit, inside the thing. I kind of have to take a dump.
with that kind of hardware. So like imagine if I use it for your couch or desktop gaming, and you can run it wired or with Bluetooth, but if you want the best connection, you run it with the RF transmitter. And this transmitter puck doubles as a charger is because of the sticks. The controller uses these TMR sticks that
I want
are
to see the
meant-
performance. You think someone's already got like Steam hardware? Hands on. All right, let's see it. This is
Okay
an
then,
hour.
So, Oliver, you've visited Valve, you've seen the Steam machine. Where do you want to begin?
Yeah, I did. I was there about a week and a half ago.
Low key, now we need them to just make a Steam Deck Pocket Edition or some shit. Just condense the Steam Deck into like a Retroid handheld, like
Look at the new Steam machine. and
form
also
factor,
the
bruh.
Steam controller, which is their new accompanying controller for the Steam machine, as well as standalone devices.
put in that
So the basic premise here
that
Valve
4
puts
times
through
frame
the Steam
generation
machine
on
is
there
that
so I could
people
play
are using
games
their
at
Steam Decks
60
when connected to a
FPS.
TV, and that
What are you
can be a very good
drinking?
experience. You know, Jonathan
Electrolytes.
experiences using a Steam Deck on a TV. It can be very smooth.
Holy shit!
But
Hold
the
up.
Steam Deck is not very powerful, or at least not very powerful in the context of
What's up?
console gaming or PC gaming. Really, it's a handheld, right? It's a power device.
Hold up.
So when it comes to
I'm still
Steam
listening.
machine,
I'm just gonna
it's a
take a
little
shit real
box.
quick.
You can see how
I'm
small
gonna
it is.
unplug my
A lot of
mic because
people
I mute
here
my mic on my
don't have
headset, but
exact
sometimes I
size
don't
on it,
trust it, and I feel like
but
you
it's
guys can still hear
definitely
me.
smaller than a Series X. It kind of feels like a Series X with a chunk chopped off and turned on its side, right? So the exhaust is facing the rear, that kind of thing. It runs SteamOS, and it feels very smooth and stable, just like Steam Deck. It's a very quiet and subtle little system that's designed to be used as a console or in a console-like form. That's the key here. Now, it can be used with a mouse and keyboard. It can be used with multiple displays. It has all that configurability. If you want to use it, you can use it with the Linux desktop. You can do all kinds of things with it. It's a very configurable and extensible device, but it's oriented towards a console experience. That's the key takeaway in terms of form factor and use here. So to me, this is like a bit of a validation of a thought that I've had ever since the Steam Deck was released, which is like, wouldn't this be great in a console box? That's exactly what they've done with the Steam Machine, basically. So it runs, you know, if you're not familiar with SteamOS, if you're not familiar with Steam Deck, I'm sure you are, but it basically runs PC software in a kind of padded room where it's hard to hurt yourself. They try to sand off as many edges as possible.
That's awesome.
So it's like taking this thing that historically has not meshed well with a home console, home theater experience, and making it work within that context by using a mix of software accommodations and the hardware accommodations, which I'm sure we'll talk about shortly. But yeah, that's the general outline of this system. In broad strokes, that's what it is.
Wow. Alex, what do you make of that?
Well, I mean, I think this is something that we'd been talking about for a long time. We imagined Valve would be pushing in this direction after they started working on the Steam Deck and bringing that out. We thought,
hello? While I was taking a shit, I started thinking, like, you know how I was asking, like, if you could, like, get, like, how are we gonna get Fortnite if it's not on Steam? If the Steam Machine becomes, like, successful and popular, and a lot of people got these Steam Machines, and there's a lot more people on SteamOS than Windows, I feel like it's gonna push for all these other game publishers to put their games on Steam. Is that a logical conclusion to come to? Like it might sound crazy, but like imagine Fortnite on Steam. Like you go to the library and you got Fortnite here. Like they put that shit on Steam. League of Legends or Valorant on Steam, because now there's a lot more people on SteamOS due to the Steam Machine. That's a lot of a bigger market. Like it's gonna probably like incentivize them to put the game on Steam, kind of like they did to Overwatch. And it's not, I don't mean like on Steam, like, oh boom, third party, like it's just on Steam. You click play and then it's on Steam. They did it to Overwatch. Can you add anything you want to the library? Yeah, but I'm talking like just for the sake of
higher
simplicity and shit, because that's even you could add it to the library, but like I feel like people who are getting the Steam Machine kind of it seems like it's for they're trying to produce it for people that want to just have like a plug and play experience. You know what I mean? I feel like that's the main thing too, that's like people want the Steam Deck for, rather than getting like a Retroid or like any of those like other PC handhelds, is because like it's just plug and play. You don't gotta like do all the tinkering and everything like that.
Performance console.
I don't know. What do you guys think?
Experience out, and this is leveraging all their.
They could do that easily, but the anti-cheat incompatibility is what they would have to work on more. Yeah, they still have to walk in, but this is actually kind of crazy. What's up, Sour Apple?
Work on Linux.
Hello, bro.
DXVK, Proton, everything that's been happening.
Can you imagine that? Just Fortnite on Steam?
Years at this point at Valve, and it makes a lot of sense to me. And it's interesting to see that the hardware spec that they chose,
because it's on the PlayStation Store, it's on the Nintendo Switch Store, it's on the Xbox Store,
landing at a right.
But they have their own Epic Games launcher. But if enough people are on SteamOS,
is going to be like the winning combination.
I feel like that would just push them to go to Steam.
Man, that's a big heatsink and cooling assembly.
It is a
that's kind of crazy.
Cooling assembly. I'll touch on that in a moment.
I wonder what's going to happen.
Performance level, and then tack on 8 gigs of VRAM into it. What it
Fortnite with Steam reviews,
users, and that's why I make videos at all, is that you have to then.
What are some other popular games that
start changing things? And as soon as you start doing that, it becomes a less straightforward device and a less straightforward.
Epic Games definitely gonna bend over and make it compatible with Linux and SteamOS.
For me. And the big contenders really are going to be modern AAA games that.
I'm just like wondering if they'll deadass just put Fortnite like on Steam too.
To more video memory in general.
That's kind of like a crazy thought, like Fortnite on Steam.
The things
Steam reviews and shit.
Player experience are generally very negative. Turning down something like lighting to medium quality.
That'd be kind of crazy, bro.
Not that big of a deal usually. But turning down texture quality and.
You know how like you got your PlayStation logo next to your username when you're playing on PlayStation or Xbox? But when you're on PC, it's like a picture of a monitor and keyboard. Dude, that shit's gonna turn into a Steam logo.
Experience or a performance, cliff experience where all of a sudden you get to some point in the game and it runs at 10 FPS for like 15 seconds until it purges things that were in
It'll be a
game that
huge
shouldn't
loss
have
of the
been
player
there.
base.
And those are things
The
that
Epic Games
I
launcher
would
dies.
want to avoid as much as possible if I were designing a box, trying to be as user friendly as possible. But I think
Over
that's
$1,000?
the interview that Oliver had with that one engineer described that this is an
Yeah, I wonder
affordability
how much it's gonna
concern.
be. I want to see the gameplay, bro.
The relative performance under identical workloads between this range of GPUs, right? And
How much do you think it'll be?
I kind of suspect that we're going to be looking at some midpoint between the RX 6600 and the RX.
I don't know. I feel like there's two ways they could go. I think they could either match the price of whatever the consoles, the next consoles are gonna be, or they could make it a less expensive PC.
Let's be clear. I think they were saying it's 4K 60 with FSR. That was
Oh no.
upscaling, which is that can be as wide as you like.
Wasn't the PS3 like $800 when it first launched?
Be like native 720p up to up to 4K with ultra performance mode, which you wouldn't want to do.
Dude, this is like
1080p is with
This is
with
gonna be, like,
upscaling,
crazy. Now that I'm thinking about it.
titles is going to be probably what this machine is best.
Yeah, the whole console thing is ease of access. Yo, what if they sell this shit at a loss? They do that with the Steam Deck. That's the reason the Steam Deck dominates, is because they literally lose money and they sell it at a loss. They make their money back through the Steam purchases. If they do that shit with Steam OS, I mean with the Steam machine, that gives them a lot more wiggle room to go cheaper and like duke it out with the fucking PlayStation and Xbox. It's the meta, huh? Yeah, it's probably gonna be less than 1,000. They're probably gonna match the console prices. They're gonna sell at a loss. Dude, what the fuck? That's gonna be crazy. This is gonna be crazy. Holy shit. And then on top of that, you don't gotta wait. You don't have to wait on PlayStation. Please, like, I don't know, like, you don't gotta wait on publishers. Also, like, bro, please, can we play these old PS2, PS3 games? Can we get ports of these games? Like, you'll just emulate it on here, because it's a PC hybrid. You could just emulate your PS2 games. You could emulate like Silent Hill 2.
Suited for and optimized settings.
So it's like 6 times better than a Steam Deck, so I'm assuming they would up their prices.
Obviously, these benchmarks. I mean, the nature of PC benchmarking is typically you ramp everything up to ultra. And
No, yeah, it's definitely going to be more expensive than a Steam Deck, but
that is a fool's errand.
I think they could still sell it at a loss, because all the money they're going to make is from Steam purchases, and they make their money back. How much of a cut does Steam take from people, from people?
Talking about comparisons to consoles, and they're rolling up with a $499 price point. I find that problematic.
They also get money from the games and online memberships. Steam wouldn't do online memberships, right?
And who knows what's going to be.
That's the big reason. It's 30%. That's the big reason why other games they go to other launchers. They make their own launchers. $512 will be $799. The 2 terabyte will be closer to $999. I wonder if you could like upgrade the storage.
Happening with those two
What's up, Girly Fart?
SKUs in terms of pricing as well. $500 kind of takes you into PlayStation 5 territory. Obviously, they're different machines fundamentally in terms of one.
It's so bright. On my windows open.
PC basis, but this is a console play as well. And I'd say in terms of where you're going to sit this device, it's at some midpoint between Xbox Series S and PlayStation 5, probably closer to the PlayStation 5 side of things. But
Micro SD
PS5 probably will have better performance overall.
Yeah.
Just need to wait and see. I guess this will be using Steam. Well, it is using Steam OS, therefore it's using the RAD V driver. So there's going to
What's
be
up,
some
Elasian?
interesting comparison points to running this on Windows, because in some
Kingdom Hearts 4.
aspects, RAD-V can be much faster than Windows, believe it or not. So yeah, there's a bit of a grey area in terms of performance, but I personally wouldn't have been.
Yours.
Usually do.
I just want to see like people playing on it. Is there anything like that? Steam machine gameplay. Hands-on impressions. Let's see gameplay.
Steam machines are back for the first time since Valve teamed up with manufacturers like Alienware
Battlefield 6
and
or
Lenovo
Arc
back in
Raiders?
the 2010s. But while
You
those
could low-key
original
wait on
PC
Battlefield
hybrids
6.
failed because the software wasn't quite there yet and there's a lack of an appetite for it, 2022's Steam Deck has paved the way for the Steam machine's return. This time around, instead of partnering with outside manufacturers, Valve is building.
Do you think with a Steam machine you could also change out the hardware like the graphics card and the CPU? I don't know. Probably not, I don't think so.
Building and releasing a singular Steam machine with the goal of being able to run all current PC games. Let's jump into some of the technical stuff. Valve is aiming for any game available on Steam to run at 4K with upscaling techniques such as FSR. The secret behind
Kingdom Hearts
this
4
is an
confirmed.
AMD RDNA 3 GPU with power roughly equivalent to an RTX 4060 or RX 7600 mobile graphics card.
Is that a lot?
That might be disappointing to anyone looking to max out everything at high resolutions, but it should have plenty of power while still being relatively affordable, we assume. Now,
And I think that's what it's meant to be. It's not supposed to be this crazy like $3,000 PC. It's just supposed to be like an entry level like this is good for someone that doesn't have a PC and like they want to have that like affordability and just like but like also that ease. You could connect the keyboard and mouse to it too.
Valve hasn't announced anything on price yet. So we spent a day at Valve.
No, there's no
playing around
price.
with it. And while we haven't had the chance to run the usual gamut of gaming benchmarks, it looks like the new Steam machine might be a serious contender for your living room space.
Console like PC. Nice and building.
On the surface, the Steam machine seems a lot like the old Steam machine. They're both gaming PCs with a modest spec and meant to run games on Valve's own Linux-based SteamOS. But while the originals had trouble selling, mostly due to the high prices and a lack of Linux compatibility at the time,
The
SteamOS
Alienware?
has changed a lot over the last decade. The biggest part of that is Proton, Valve's compatibility layer that essentially translates Windows games to Linux, allowing you to play most of Steam's vast catalog of games on SteamOS, even if they don't officially support Linux. Anyone who's used the Steam Deck over the last few years will know that most games run seamlessly through SteamOS, sometimes even with performance that exceeds the equivalent Windows 11 machines, as we saw with the SteamOS version of the Lenovo.
What are the
Legion
trackpads for on the Steam Deck? Like, what do they
There
do?
are a few exceptions.
Like, I know it's for the mouse, but is that it?
Anti-cheat software that doesn't play nice with SteamOS, like Battlefield 6 and Destiny 2. But for the most part, if it's on Steam, it'll run
Mouse
on
control.
SteamOS.
What does the left
Valve
one
let
do
us
then?
Play a variety of games on the new Steam machine, and it ran everything from Cyberpunk 2077 to Silent Hill F to Metal Gear Solid Delta without any major issues. It just took some configuring to find.
Is
the
it like the
graphics
same as like the
settings to balance
PlayStation's
performance.
like
Of course,
like
once
thing
we
right
get
here in the
Steam
middle?
Machine in the lab, we'll be able to run a wider variety of games to see just how flexible it is, but for the time being, it does seem like most games will run. Luckily, Valve is also taking the Steam Deck Verified program and duplicating it for the Steam machine. Soon there will be 3 different verification badges, one each for the Steam Deck, Steam Machine, and the Steam Frame, which is Valve's new VR headset. Because the hardware isn't actually out yet, we're not sure how widespread this will be, but if Deck Verified is anything to go off of, you can expect a concerted effort. Now, the Steam machine
GameCube.
might be a gaming PC, but it doesn't really look like one. It's a tiny black box with a slim RGB light bar across the front, mostly meant to indicate that it's on. And when I say it's tiny, I mean it. The PC is a cube that measures roughly
Dude, yeah, it's
6-7
small,
inches
bro.
on
That's
each
crazy.
side and appears less than half the size of an Xbox Series X. It's actually closer to the size of a GameCube.
Yeah,
The
controller
front panel
low-key
is
ugly.
magnetic too. and
But
can
low-key, wouldn't you just also be able to use a PS5 controller on it? It's a PC. You could probably use any controller you want on it if you want.
swapped out to customize the way the console looks. When we were at Valve, we saw a number of custom designs already. Valve hasn't confirmed whether or not it will be selling.
Yeah, that controller looks crazy.
But it'll release the 3D printing files so you can make your own, and you can.
You could probably map the PS5's like touchpad to be like whatever the fuck this shit is.
Expect third parties to hop on as well. Because this is ostensibly a desktop PC, there's a wealth of ports. On the front, you got 2 USB-A ports right there.
Yeah, I want to see the gameplay.
Slot if you want to
Oh, we got gameplay coming up.
On the back, you get DisplayPort, HDMI 2.0, 2 extra USB-A ports, and a USB-C port,
Ethernet.
along with the power connector. And Valve did open up the Steam machine itself so we could get a brief look at its internals. A bulk of the space is taken up by a giant heatsink, which has an exhaust fan at the back that sucks air.
How did they make it so small, bro? That's crazy. Performance.
This new Steam machine is powered by a custom chip made by AMD and Valve with an RDNA 3 GPU and 28 compute units and a TDP between 110 and 130 watts, which would place it roughly around a mobile RX 7600. And this is paired with a 6-core Zen 4 CPU with a TDP of around 30 watts. But despite the modest specs, the Steam machine seems to be a capable gaming PC.
Broke off like an iPad kit.
Cyberpunk 2077 at 4K with ultra preset settings and FSR set to performance, and the action stayed playable. We even went to the settings menu and turned on ray tracing, and performance seemed to stay solid. Although we didn't have a frame counter up for Cyberpunk, I did get more granular with Metal Gear Solid Delta. It being an Unreal Engine 5 game, mileage will vary, but I found a good middle ground with 1440p, balanced FSR, and high quality settings, and getting 60 FPS at times and dipping to around the 40s at others. Things were slightly different with Silent Hill F though. After a lengthy process of installing the shaders, something every game seems to need to do these days, it defaulted to ultra settings at 4K with TSR, or Temporal Super Resolution, instead of AMD's FSR. At these settings, Silent Hill struggled, chugging along at what seemed to be 15 to 20 FPS.
Yeah. Especially on PC, like these Unreal Engine games, like it's not even the console's fault, bro. They just run like shit.
Not exactly what I'd call playable. After adjusting the settings,
This isn't a good example. This shit runs like butt.
to be 15 to 20 FPS. Not exactly what I'd call playable. After adjusting the settings down to medium at 1440p with FSR enabled, things felt much better, but this just highlights that the Steam machine is still a gaming PC at the end of the day, for better and worse. Tweaking settings to optimize performance is a time-honored tradition among PC gamers, but again, might be less appealing to people who just want a plug-and-play gaming experience.
True.
Valve says it intends for the Steam machine to be able to play all current games at 4K with FSR upscaling, but there are going to be plenty of games, especially ones running on Unreal Engine 5, where you'll have to lower settings to get it running at a smooth frame rate. If anything, it has us eager to benchmark it to see exactly what it'll be capable of. The compromises you'll have to make on quality settings will vary between games, but it appears things will at least run. It's likely that over time developers will
Did we
be able
get
to
a
sense
look at what the
machine's
Xbox,
hardware
the new
and account
Xbox
for
One looks like?
appropriate
Because they're
presets.
basically doing the same
After
shit,
all, many games
but
do
like
that
with
already
Windows
Steam
instead
Deck,
of
and hopefully the Steam
Steam
machine
OS,
gets the
right?
same treatment. If it does though, this thing could be a serious contender in the next generation of consoles, especially as the next Xbox looks increasingly PC-like.
uh-huh.
According to Valve, about 20%
PS5 Xbox killer. Is this supposed to be competing with the next generation of consoles or the current generation of consoles? New Xbox. I don't think we know what it even looks like though. That's kind of crazy. And there's a lot competing for the handheld PC as well.
The future of gaming is changing, especially for Microsoft, and they have an unconventional strategy to compete in the gaming market. Simplicity.
The AYN Thor, yes, bro. That shit looks crazy. Like the Android-based handhelds are like, I don't know. I used to look at them as just like, Android-based, whatever, like not strong. Bro, they're natively playing like GTA 5 at like 60 FPS like natively playing PC Steam games. It's crazy. Like that's crazy.
Sets that will be custom.
Yeah, and they're like $250 to like $300. Like even like the Retroid Pocket 5 is like, and that one came out a year ago. Like they're like popping off really quick. I was watching someone play Fortnite on it. Like, bro. And this is the old one too, the 5. It's like 60 FPS, bro. Fortnite's probably not too hard though, but like this PC emulation.
And in terms of settings, I'm using on the 4 itself, so I'm putting it into the high performance mode settings as well, so it looks
74
really nice.
FPS
So
on
jump in
GTA
the
5.
car, see if we get any sort of frame dipping.
So
Down
ugly,
to
dude. It just looks
sort
like a
of sub
3DS.
40, a couple of little stutters here and there, but this is very playable. So I was in game for quite a while playing this, and yeah, it just blows my mind. that
Yeah,
you're
this is
getting level of
crazy.
Performance natively. I mean, this is obviously
Native
played straight
performance,
on the
not
device,
streaming, not
so I
cloud
quite
gaming.
comfortably play GTA 5.
Skyrim.
No sound from any of the characters, which is a bit of a problem, and sort of through whatever tinkering I tried, I wasn't able to get that to work, so I changed a perfect experience, and it looks really nice on the screen too. It's sort of the OLED screen.
These are still like the
Nice
the
bright,
PS3
vibrant colours,
era of
deep
games,
blacks.
but
Yeah,
still,
this is
low-key, I feel
perfect.
like that's all I would
Definitely,
use this for.
go for
I
this
don't think I
one
would
now,
want to play
presentation.
Cyberpunk
Next
on the
up,
go
we've
or
got
anything. I'd just
Lego
want to play like
Skywalker Saga, so I love the sort of Lego
older
franchise
games.
really with all the games, and none of them work. I just can't get it to boot past 50 frames per second as an
Bro playing
average.
Gmod.
A little bit
What's up,
occasionally,
Disease?
but yeah, this is where we go into
Bro, why can't this shit run Kingdom Hearts 3? Dude, that's awesome though. I feel like I would use a device like this to like play like my backlog of like game collections. Like I would go through the Yakuza series on it. I would go through like Ninja Gaiden on it, Kingdom Hearts on it, all the Metal Gears on it. Like they were playing Metal Gear Solid 5 at a good 50-60 FPS. That's better than like console performance, bro. What's up, Natsuki? What's up, Gooning? What's up, Lion? Devil May Cry 4. I would deadass buy this. I'm pretty sure a Steam Deck is more expensive. I think a Steam Deck is like 400 something, right? And just the portability of it too. Because I would only use it like if I'm traveling, if I'm gonna be real. But when I am traveling, I'm not trying to whip out the goddamn Steam Deck. You know? But part of me also wants to wait because I feel like, bro, Valve could low-key tap into this. Like the smaller handheld market. This is native, bro. It's not streaming, it's through this thing called like Game Hub, where it's like emulating the PC game natively on your shit. I low-key don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I don't know how it works, but it's native. It's not streaming. But if Valve like taps into this and they make like a Steam Deck Pocket Edition or something, and they add some like AI upscaling, like frame generation on top of it, like bro, that's low-key all you need. You wouldn't have to compromise. You wouldn't have to compromise with your performance if you could just do a 4-time multi-frame gen or some shit.
Splinter Cell
Yo, shout out
Bloodlines is
Newo.
one of the games
Thank
where
you.
At the start of this year, I
Good shit, bro.
stressful gaming experiences I've had, but wow, was it satisfying. There's something about a horror game and permadeath which just goes so well together.
You could low-key like play through like Like Metal Gear Rising, bro. Imagine this shit on the plane. I could already imagine the person sitting next to me on the plane just being like, "What the fuck? How the fuck are you playing Metal Gear Rising on your 3DS? This isn't a 3DS, bro. You gotta tap in." It's at a 60 FPS too. The Batman Arkham games. I think it for sure needs like you gotta like tinker with it and everything. The trinkets and doodads, all this shit. This looks like a this looks like a car, like truck engine light dashboard. You got like your mileage and like your fucking oil valve pump here and everything. I don't think I would do the DS version. I think I would go for like I would want to design like this. The Odin 2 Mini.
Hey everyone, welcome back.
It literally just looks like a Vita. It looks like a PS Vita.
It reminded me why I felt.
And the fact that like, if you get one of these and your homies get one of these, and it's basically just an Android PC, whatever, you guys could just play multiplayer. Just squat it up in the Fortnite lobby, but like on the go. Can you imagine getting a win in like a Burger King parking lot?
Me feels like the Vita's spiritual successor. It is not just about
What's up,
what
Summer
this
Lover?
little console can do. It's about where it lets you do it.
I will admit though that the Steam Deck is a lot easier to just like, you just plug and play, you just log into your Steam account and everything. These will probably take a lot more like tinkering and like, you know, because you're dealing with like Android emulation. You gotta get like your PS2 emulator set up, you gotta get the ROMs and everything. You gotta like tinker with it.
That tiny device.
That's still like, dude, like this small form factor is fire.
Did what social media
Yeah,
did.
I think it's worth it too.
Brought us together. And that's what I think is missing in gaming sometimes. We are surrounded by online updates, massive downloads,
and it's like, and like this PC,
Is going through some.
this PC Game Hub shit, like the native shit, I'm pretty sure it's through your Steam, like, I don't know how it works, but you could like transfer your saves, like it's through your cloud save, your Steam cloud save. I would low-key use this shit to just like 100% my games and just like go through my Steam backlog. Yeah. I would use this to basically just destroy my Steam backlog. This shit is so fucking sick. Now, do we get this or do we wait to see if, like, hey, Steam just made a console. Maybe Steam could make a Steam Deck Pocket? Make a small one? It's probably going to be Steam OS based rather than Android based though, right? What's up, Murray? This is crazy though. And the new wave of them. The thing about these though is that it's just there's always a new one coming out. Like every 6 months they drop a new one. Boom, a new one, a new one, a new one.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Ryan Retro channel. Today is
No, it's Linux based.
I really like these. I'd actually be tempted to pick these up just for the colorways. As we carry on through the video, we get the retail price. It will be $219, which is the same price the Retroid Pocket 5 was up until about a week ago.
Low key?
At some point in the next 2 weeks, you're going to get the discount down to $119.
That is so worth, bro. For a Pocket 6?
Rounded, which I hope will make it more comfortable. It's somewhat similar to a PlayStation Vita and also the Odin 2 Mini, which is basically a rip-off of the Vita. But there is one curious thing about it, and that's those 4 rectangular buttons across the bottom.
What are those?
Those are the Android back and home buttons, and also 2 customizable buttons, M1 and M2. Now, how
yeah, they just be
comfortable
shitting these out
in practice is going to be hard to say. If I hold my Retroid Pocket 5 and kind of imagine where they would be, it does actually feel pretty comfortable to reach over there, but this is going to be impossible to say until it's actually in the hands and we try and use it. It does seem like a little bit of an eyesore on first glance, but what I will say is whenever you see renders of these products, they always look far worse than the real product. When you get it in your hand, it always looks a lot better than any render does. And
will these be hit by like crazy tariffs? Because I'm pretty sure these are all like Chinese made.
Nice colorways this year. On to the retail price. It's going to retail at $229.
Like all these retro Android devices?
5.
I mean these Android handheld devices?
And the Retroid Pocket 6.
Black Ops 7 launch day, get your $120 ready? Dude, why is it so expensive?
From images on the Retroid web. 2 is going to have 8 GB of LPDDR5X RAM, which you would hope.
What do you mean? Isn't there like a tariff?
Faster. We also see the exact same RAM in the Retroid Pocket 6 with also
I haven't been keeping up with the tariff. I don't know if that shit's dropped or not.
Which is something I would highly encourage if you can afford it, because we do often see a jump in performance from 8 GB to 12 GB. Beyond
and Brunick, I think I've seen that one too.
Necessary unless you're doing high-end Windows emulation, but even for
they said terrorists.
Certain other things,
no tariff.
8 GB to 12 GB is a very recommended jump. The storage on the Retroid Pocket 5 is we also use the same picture for the Retroid Pocket G2 because it's the exact same chassis, just with different internals. And here we have it compared to the Retroid Pocket 6, and as you can see, it's
$199 as well.
Too much. It is very similar. And the Retroid Pocket Station Vita, the Retroid Pocket 5, the Retroid Pocket 6, and the Switch Lite. Then if we go a little bit bigger to some more powerful and more expensive devices,
terrorists win. I want to play Counter-Strike.
And the Conker. So let's see how they stack up against the rest. And as you can see, they're just a little bit bigger. But all of these devices are in a pretty similar size bracket. Now, I didn't include the Portal in this because I ran out of paper space, and the Portal is far too big.
Switch Lite?
Pocket 6 can be thought.
Is the Switch 2 good? I forgot that shit even existed. Does anyone play on that? What is there to play on the Switch 2?
Of as kind of like a baby Portal. And you know what? As I say these words, I realize it would actually be
What's up, Angelic?
To put the Retroid Pocket 6 next to the Portal, the Odin 2 Mini, and the Odin 2, considering they all share the same chip.
How much is the Switch Lite? Like Pokemon, that's it? If the Switch, like... $200 when it came out?
With many of
I'm pretty sure this shit could emulate Switch. Wait, I want to see.
Hello everyone and welcome.
Can I see the gaming? Switch games on.
Cadence of Hyrule seemed fine. It's an indie game, but it's Zelda-ish, kind of. Either way, this game plays fine on pretty much any device I've tried. I have an issue with it, so if you want to play this game, you can. Just be aware of crashes whenever they happen, because that'll happen with any game.
This is crazy. Everything is mad expensive.
And I didn't show it here, but Fire Emblem Engage, if you could.
What's up, Leonis? Wait, Leonis hopped in right when we're showing Kirby. Do you guys hear my voice getting raspy, bro? I'm getting sick as
Luigi's
fuck.
Mansion 3 has a lot of graphical glitches and it runs really slow, so I wouldn't consider this playable either.
Okay, so some of them don't run so well. But this is the 5 though, which is the older one, like a year old. Yeah.
On the frame rate a little bit, but it actually plays decently here.
Would it be logical to be afraid that these could get banned? I just decked it out on Christmas stuff? Hell yeah, bruh. My hack switch game has more uses and things to play since it's hacked. Wait, you hacked your Switch? The hardware sometimes isn't a problem too, though. Yeah, it's like the emulator itself, huh?
Is Crash City.
Kind of like the PS3 emulator on the Android is it's a little bit underdeveloped. Like they just need to emulate.
Mario Tennis Aces actually.
Let's see
plays
the new
really
one
well.
that dropped. AYN Thor Switch emulation. Hold up. 100 games. I heard PCSX2 is, yeah, it is. I just think the main thing is that the Android devices like these, they don't use the PCSX2. They use like Nether something. Nether SX2 or some shit, which has like a different progress on it since it's Android. But I'm pretty sure those are developing pretty fast too, though. Need new Switch for the full update? Switch? Nintendo has like a very cult-like... Bro, like every time I see people criticize Nintendo on like Twitter or some shit, there will be replies. They have like a very cult-like, I don't know how to explain it. The Nintendo fanatics almost seem like the Disney adults of gaming. Is that a fair comparison? Because Nintendo is like their childhood and everything. But it's like, bro, like, fuck Nintendo. I want to get AY and Thor just so I can get Pokemon ROMs and shit. Dude, and the thing is that, like, you could just like, wait, A1 and Thor 3DS. Like, it's perfect for 3DS emulation. Like, it. Like, it's got that bottom screen ready for you and everything. Uploading games to my 3DS. Dude, tap into one of these. My DSi XL. I broke my PSP because the The UMD drive broke. This is so fucking sick. Dude, if these get big enough, I could low-key see these getting banned. I don't know if that's crazy to say, but I could see like these getting banned. Banned or like heavily taxed or some shit. Having to import. I see these as like in the same realm as like, because like I'm pretty sure most of these are like Chinese made. I see them in the same realm as like what they'll do to like what they did to BYD cars or like Huawei or Xiaomi and shit. If they get a lot bigger and they become like a threat to like the US corporations or like US allied corporations like Nintendo and like all these other like shit, then like I could see these like getting because Loki, if these get big enough and like well developed, what would be the point in buying a fucking Switch? Buying a whatever handheld that PlayStation makes. We could just get one of these and then just like emulate all their shit. You don't need to pay them for whatever. Like it's crazy. I played Persona 4 for like maybe 20 minutes. How was the Young Link concert? Bro, I need to get one of these. I need to get a Xiaomi phone. I need to get a BYD car. I need to re-download Red Note. Young Link. Breath of the Wild. A new bridge. Loki, you could just cap this at 30 FPS. And then it'll just play. When are you playing Switch games better than the Switch itself, bruh? Like what? What's up, 4Vivine? Shout out Spy with the 5 months later.
Spy, you just subbed with Prime.
Chess. Is Bayonetta 3 good? Every time I look at clips of it, it doesn't seem like one I'd want to play. Uriah has like a controller connected, I think. I don't know. It's just a roided up Android phone. Ooh. Good job, 8770614. Pretty returns. I have an Android phone, I don't want to use it. I want to make it into a handheld, to be honest. You could get one of those controllers that you like you snap it in. I'm pretty sure. And it just basically turns it into a handheld. That's crazy. Cuphead. The Game Boy Color ones? Which one's that one? I don't know if I want one of these or like a single screen. What's up, K-Bunny?
Hello and welcome back to
like a single screen like these.
Android Gaming Wuthering Waves, and this showcase is as interesting for the systems it doesn't show as for the ones that it does. But here we go, Wuthering Waves, looking absolutely spectacular. Very well chosen scene. This.
Let me go pee real quick.
Look at those deep purples.
BRB.
And the blacks.
Oh shit.
The deep blues as well. This OLED screen. If you love your OLED screens, then this is going to be the console for you, no question at all. Absolutely stunning stuff on the Iron Odin 3. Now, you may not have quite caught it earlier, but this is the 12 gigs of RAM model, and that is the sweet spot for all these types of consoles we suggest, because that'll get you over the line with pretty much every Switch game you'd want to play, but also most of your PC games via Winlater or GameHub. That said, we do have more to say about the Snapdragon 8 Elite and Switch and PC gaming coming up very soon at the end of this gameplay showcase, so stick with us for that. We'll give you the very latest news on whether those fabled drivers are in the works or indeed already available for the Snapdragon 8 Elite, which is inside the Iron Odin 3. Let's have a look at the ergonomics here. Yeah, so you've got your standard Hall effect joysticks, very nice too. Excellent triggers. Hope those buttons aren't too clacky. Unfortunately, there's no way of ascertaining that from this footage because they have the sound cable, so you're not actually able to hear the tap-tap of the buttons. Will it be comfortable to hold without a grip?
Oh, fuck.
Maybe if your hands are slightly more on the diminutive side. I would say for my...
Okay, so you finally got a brand new emulation handheld. Or maybe you've had one for a while now, but you're not completely sure on what more you can do with it. With Odin 2 on the horizon, a lot of people are starting to get into the
visual customizations. I would want to customize mine to like, I don't know.
But if you're experienced in this field, you'll know that not every game looks as good as it should, and some box art doesn't even fit consistently with the rest of your collection.
This guy's the Go of handhelds? I've never seen his channel.
Requires a ton of manual adjustments.
XMB menu? Oh shit.
Color, and there you have it. A more authentic PSP experience at the palm of your hand. And of course,
Wait, can you have an XMB menu like for all of your games in the XMB? That would be so fucking cool.
Fans of the XMB menu using the PSP, which RetroArch does a decent job replicating as best as it can. With a bit of extra work, you can
Oh, that looks good.
closer to replicating the actual XMB. For starters,
Is it for
we
all?
use the official XMB menu driver, which you can find in the driver setting within RetroArch itself. Now, let's fix these basic looking icons with actual
He's
icons.
he's making a UI.
And now we're left with a much better set of icons that don't look out of touch with what the XMB originally went for.
This might actually buy a new
Believe it or not, this is
handheld.
just as important as the icons are. Much like the icons, this font was impossible to find for a while, and I had to jump through hoops to get the exact one used in the official XMB. I finally managed to get my hands on it, and now the text can be as mid-2000s as it was meant to be. But we're not done. RetroArch also supports menu sounds, meaning we can use SFX files from the XMB by replacing the RetroArch assets like we did for the icons. Select the default color, and there you have it. A more authentic PSP experience at the palm of your hand. And of course,
Oh, that's sick.
everything I've showcased here, from the icons to the font and the sound files, will be linked in the description in case you want to try it for yourself.
On my jailbroken PS3, I have like
When it comes to customizing your own themes, thankfully, there's other enticing options out there that could elevate your home launcher experience.
My PS3 isn't an update loop bug? Damn, bro. Is yours jailbroken? I have this theme on my... Damn, do I have it? The custom themes are so cool on the PS3. What's up, Katata? You know what something I wish for? I don't know if it's possible. I don't know if it'll happen anytime soon. But like RPCS3, you could like boot up the XMB on RPCS3. You could go boot. Hang on, let me try it. Let me try it real quick. File boot XMB. I don't think I've ever done this before on this. I don't think I've ever done this before. Hold up. What's up, Movie Watching Maniac? My PS3 still works pretty good. Yeah, I got mine too. It's just sitting there though. But oh, this is gonna take a while. 3 minutes remaining. Okay. Well, in the meantime, on RPCS3, if you want to emulate a PS3 game, oh, I don't have any. Oh, it's because I reset my computer. You could just like, you click, you know, Skate 3 or whatever, and it opens up Skate 3. But I feel like it'd be so cool if you could like launch games through the XMB. Like it's like you have a PS3 inside of your computer, and you could like scroll through here, and you have all your games like on your thing, but on your PC, and you just click boot on them. I feel like that would be so fucking cool. You have a special edition PS3? Yeah. It's the Final Fantasy 13 one, and I low-key have never played that game before. I just thought it looked cool. Is that Poser? What's up, Rodemu? If we get to the point where you could like emulate an entire PS3 on your PC from the XMB to booting games through the XMB, like that would be so cool. Actually, I'm just gonna cancel this. Shout out LA. But yeah.
During my Retro Achievements video, I showcased an early version of my custom-made NSO bezels that helped utilize a 16:9 aspect ratio when playing older games. Since then, I've updated the design and even added a few extra things to make it feel a bit more authentic. I'm not too much of a fan when it comes to hard edges, as you can probably tell by now, so I
want to see the UI that they're making. Wait, let me see this. That looks really good. Do they have a dark mode though? Wingstop Wednesday. Wait, what is that? Achievements? PC handhelds are cool, but pocketable handhelds are cooler. Yeah, that's how I feel too. I think... Yeah, I personally like the pocketable handhelds. I think the PC handhelds, they're trying to put the most power into like a handheld so that you could bring like your super powerful games on the go. I don't know, I feel like I'm not trying to play God of War Ragnarok or Cyberpunk on the go. You know? That's like, bro, I might as well just have my gaming laptop. I don't know. I feel like if we could like condense it into like these smaller form factors, like more pocketable, it'll be like the perfect compromise. And it's so this shit is so sick because it's like we're not depending on like the likes of Nintendo or PlayStation to make us a handheld, you know? We got these different like Chinese startup companies like doing these, and like it's like the community is the one, they're the ones developing the emulators and shit, the UI, the front ends and everything. Like it's kind of crazy actually. Now that I'm thinking about it. Like they're just doing like, this is fucking crazy. I'm not even taking this in. Hold up, let me rewind this. And like with these like big ass like Cyberpunk, God of War Ragnarok, like Silent Hill 2 remake, they're trying to like get like the ROG or like the Steam Decks and everything. They're trying to like put as much power into the thing, and it's still like big as fuck, so that they could fit the games in there by making the ceiling higher with the handheld PCs. But these Android devices are doing the opposite. I feel like they're like condensing the games to fit in the smaller form factor. Because how the hell are they getting GTA 5 to run natively?
I'm sure there's a way
on a fucking Android. Instead of trying to make the handhelds more capable of running the games, make the games more optimized for running on the handhelds, so that you could just keep on a smaller form factor. I feel like, I don't know.
So we're down to sort of sub 40, a couple of little stuff to say.
And it's 60 FPS, bro. At the same time though, this is still like a PS3 era game, like GTA 5, Skyrim. Tomb Raider, but they're running it natively. That's almost 90 FPS on Tomb Raider.
This is a perfect
2013.
experience, and it looks really nice on the screen too. It's sort of the OLED screen. Gets a nice.
It's the resolution.
Colors, deep blacks. Yeah, this is perfect. The sound.
I don't think but I think when it comes to my handheld, like, do we need to be playing at 4K like on the go?
I mean, this is obviously playing straight on the device, so I'm quite comfortably.
I don't know. I'd be willing to compromise the compromise with the visuals and like resolution if I'm able to actually have like
so of course having that 60
games I could run, you know.
Really helping there with the
like I do not need to play with ray tracing.
Not quite on the
no, but I think this is achievable because of the small resolution of the screen. I think it's 1080. I think these are 1080, like 120 hertz. Hang on, let me see. Let me check the resolution. Yeah, wait, 120 hertz, 1920 by 1080. They put 1080 first, but that's 1080p, bro. I feel like I would cap my shit at 30 FPS anyways. Because if you're thinking about it, like Red Dead 2 runs at 30 FPS on a PS5, on a PS4, and I played through that whole game like it was fine.
It's some of the dialogue from the characters. So at the beginning, when I'm chatting to the guy
like this shit is 70 FPS.
Stuff, we're getting.
Let me see if it could like. Let's see newer games. Let's see RDR2. I think I saw someone playing. Yeah, here we go.
We're playing. There's a little town over there.
28 FPS, bro. Wait, hold up. Shout out Zavox with the 20 more. Thank you. It's hard to go back to 30 FPS after playing higher. That's true. I think you get used to it though. Like it takes a little getting used to. Cause when I first started Bloodborne, I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, yeah, they definitely had to compromise on the graphics and textures for Red Dead 2 on this shit. But still, that's crazy impressive. 30 FPS?
Inscription 2 e um 3DS. É claro, com um gráfico de massinha, mas estamos rodando. Estamos rodando. Com as cutscenes aqui funcionando, é claro, a gente tá num mapa um pouquinho mais aberto, né, tudo mais aqui, um pouquinho mais leve. Muito provavelmente quando a gente for para perto de alguma cidade, a gente deve ter alguns probleminhas de performance.
I think when whatever this Game Hub emulator for Steam games gets more and more developed, because this is pretty new, I'm pretty sure. I think it's less about like making the capability stronger and more about like optimizing the games and just developing it better. I think that's like the solution.
30 FPS cravadinhos aqui no nosso jogo, de novo, com os gráficos tudo no mínimo aqui pra gente poder jogar, mas né,
Do you take melatonin before sleep? Only if I took it last night because I was like, it was like 11 o'clock and I don't want to stay up. I wanted to go sleep before midnight. And I was like, damn, I'm not falling asleep. Like, I don't feel tired. So I just took some and I went to bed. But I don't take it every night. Because I'm pretty sure you develop like a tolerance to it if you take it too much. And your body stops producing it as much. I don't know if that's true or not. I could just be talking bullshit. This is such a good UI though. Crazy nightmares? I literally had not a nightmare. I don't know. I don't know what it was. I don't remember. Actually, maybe I shouldn't talk about it. It's kind of scary. I haven't slept for 4 days, dude. How the fuck are you alive right now? Social connectivity? Wait, what? What is this through? What the fuck? How does this work? Wait, how is there... Playing PlayStation All-Stars. Playing Tomodachi Life. Wait, what? You could have like a friends list? How? Isn't everything its own different, like... This app is developed for Android devices and there's some plans for PC support, blah blah blah. How is this possible? Dude, now I don't know if I want the Thor with the clamshell design or get like the PSP design. That's pretty clean, but I've always been like a PSP child, PlayStation child. How can you add friends? Is the front end itself gonna have like an account that you sign up for? That's kind of crazy if they do that. Home launchers have always felt the same. Android. How will it know what game you're playing and show it to your friends? Will we have PS2 on here? What's up, Young Fine? PlayStation Portable. This is crazy. This is so cool. You can still play mobile games and whatnot. It's cool as fuck. Yeah, literally. Like, you could just get Fortnite and just play Fortnite. What the fuck? I'm subscribing. That Discord uses, that's fucking cool, bro. And the achievements. The AC in my house broke yesterday. It's so hot in my house. Fuck. You gotta get... Oh no. You gotta get a box fan, bro. Get like a box fan like one of these. Low-key worth. Fortnite on DS form factor. Has anyone played Fortnite on it? I don't think there's been any Fortnite gameplay on it, but it's for sure gonna be able to run Fortnite. That's cool. Wait, I want to see Android XMB front end. I want to see like if there's like a plate, like a PSP styled one. It's probably not, that probably isn't one that's as developed as that one. But imagine like, cause that's for sure like Nintendo. This is like very Nintendo inspired front end UI. But like an XMB styled one would be so fucking cool.
Past, I'll leave a link in the description. Shows you how to add games and start playing them from
That's okay.
If you guys could
Prepare today.
Like button, subscribe to the channel.
Maybe Fortnite mobile because Android. Yeah. I think that's what you would play it on. I want a smaller Steam Deck, something I could put in my pocket, bro. I think this is the closest you'll get to it, like these Android Retroid devices. I think that's the closest, like AYN Odin 2 Mini. Like these?
Amazing to have something so small.
Or that
can
Thor that
play
I just
all your
showed?
Switch games as well. Now I understand that there is something called a Switch Lite, so you can still play these games on a handheld, but I do prefer to play them on this device over the Switch Lite. Aspects of playing with the Odin 2 Mini is that it was just a PS Vita that played Switch games, and I thought that was pretty crazy.
But yeah.
Among
But you're probably not gonna get the same performance as a Steam Deck though. It's probably just gonna be for older games, retro games. Retro Game Corps to go. Yeah, I followed his guide to hack my PS Vita. Now we're graduating from the PS Vita. The PSP method is the way. That Isu launcher is so cool though. This is such a cool, like... That's fucking sick. How does it do achievements for these old ass games? Dude, they need to do like an in-depth video. Like I want to see like a good 20-minute video of like showing this. Retro achievements? It like hooks it up to it? That's cool. How much is the Isu? Well, it's not a console, it's just the UI. It's like the like you get whatever Android based console you want, and then Isu is just like the front end launcher. So it's just like the UI interface and everything. So you could get like one of these, you could get AYN Thor, or you could get like a Odin 3. You could get a completely different brand. You could get like a Retroid Pocket 6. These are all Android, and then this is like the launcher that you could get, and all the emulators that you have, like your PS2, PSP, PS1, Nintendo, whatever emulators, it's like the front end hub, and like it'll organize it for you. And it's like the launcher, and I'm assuming you make an account on there, and then you could add your friends and look at each other's achievements and message each other. That's crazy sick. Yeah, that's so fucking cool. Like all the different little, like they have the corners show which game, like what platform it's from, like Android, PS2, Wii U. Oh, bruh. Imagine Nintendo just like sues them or some shit. Maybe they could make multiplayer games easy to play together? I don't know. How would like online multiplayer functionality work with like these like emulators? I don't know. I think that's up to the emulator itself, not the UI. This is just like the front end. But I know some emulators actually allow online functionality. Like RPCS3, you could still play online. Yeah. like Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker and stuff, but it's up to the emulator itself. I think this is more of just like a community thing. But since these are all separate emulators, I don't know about multiplayer. But when they showed that they had like a community thing where you could add friends and you at least just like look at what everyone's playing, look at people's profiles, like that's cool. And the achievements thing is, that shit is sick. Screenshots? What is that? What is this? What is this? What? Recently mastered, recently played. Dude, this is cool, bro. This is so fucking cool. Some tamales? Dude. Having your friends added. This is so sick. I could see this so easily getting shut down though. I don't even want to be like a pessimist, but I could see this shit like, I could see this shit getting shut down. I don't know. Like, I mean, it's not using any of them, I don't know. But I could see this threatening, like, especially Nintendo, threatening Nintendo, especially the way Nintendo is. Like the friends thing. I just think, like, that's how Nintendo is, though. Like, whenever they see something that's, like, threatening their, like, you know, whatever. And they're, like, they don't even have to be in the, like, in the right. Like, it's just, like, they're such a powerful, like, big, multi-billion-dollar fucking corporation. Like, they have the lawyers and the law and everything that they could use to just throw money at to get this shit shut down. That's why I feel like even the consoles themselves, like the Retroid handhelds, I could even see them getting restricted. Cause bro, if you got the Chinese phones restricted, cars restricted, apps restricted, I could definitely see, like, if the handhelds start picking up some steam in the US too, I could definitely see those getting restricted too. So we're forced to fucking play Nintendo and pay $80 for a Donkey Kong game. The thing is, it's definitely like Nintendo inspired, but it's not centralized to like Nintendo. Like, it's got, like, you know, your PlayStation like users, like PSP emulator, PSP characters, like it's like a combination of everything, like retro handheld aesthetic, you know? What's up, X? Hello, bruh. What's going on, bruh? Switch 2, bro. My hatred of Nintendo really started. Like, I always knew they were fucked up, but it really started when they did that Yuzu shit. Like, bro, I fucking love emulation, and once they started coming for emulation like that, like, bro, that's so fucked up. This is so cool. I think the future for handhelds is bright. The main thing is that we have to not look at, like, the big dogs. We can't depend on them on Nintendo or PlayStation or like all these big corporations. Like it's gonna be more of these like startup like companies. It's gonna be like the underdogs carrying it. Yeah. Like emulation is carried by the community. This shit is carried by the community, you know? Like is this the Odin 3? I've never seen what the bottom side looks like to the Odin 3. Is that the Odin 3? I mean the Thor, I mean. Oh, it is. Dude, do I want a Thor now? This is like dude, with this UI, you could like if you're not using the bottom screen, you could have like the game playing and then you could have like your socials like here like messaging your friends or like the status activity. That is so fucking sick. Wait, I might have to get a Thor now. Full presentation coming soon. Doom scroll on the bottom screen. Dude, that is so cool. They'll probably have a special UI for yeah. Like that Nintendo design is cool. But it would also be sick if we got like a classic XMB, not like the retro arc one, because I feel like that one doesn't look as good, but like a more customizable like PS3, PSP, XMB type of thing UI, like these. What's up, Coke King? Cause I'm more nostalgic for these ones. The XMB was so beautiful. This. I'm on reactor mode. I need to unbrick my Switch 1 and it's AIDS to fix. Did you brick it like trying to like jailbreak it? I had no idea how to navigate this OS. It's cool. I want to jailbreak my PS3 so bad, but then I gave up. Too much for my brain. Dude, yeah, it was a process to do that. Imagine a front end like this, though. Updated the Switch on accident. Yeah, I have a PS3. I want to see the different themes. Menu themes. Holy fucking peak, bro. Killzone. Dude, Killzone should make a comeback, bro. A Killzone comeback would be so cool. You can use Android on a Switch, so I can use the Isu on Switch. Infamous. GTA 4. I remember when I would play on the PS3 when I was a kid on my older stepbrother's PS3. And I was like a little kid, and I would play GTA 4 on the PS3. And I was kind of scared to kill people in the game because I thought I was killing real people. Like he was like, run from the cops, shoot the cops. And I was like, oh, I don't know. I thought I was killing real cops, and I thought I was shooting at real people as a kid. I was like, bro, what the fuck is happening? Where's all this blood? And when he would play multiplayer, he'd be like, shoot them, they're real people, they're real people. I'm like, they're fucking real people. I'm killing real people in real life. Like, I didn't understand the concept of multiplayer gaming, bro. My brother played Call of Zombies was the scariest shit ever. No, literally, bro. My mom would only walk in when the first loading up the game, GTA 5, with the girl in the bikini. Literally, bro. What the hell are you playing? Just what the hell are you? Oh! Oh my god. The PS3 XMB is so clean, bro. If we could get RPCS3 to be able to boot up the XMB and launch games from the XMB on PC emulator instead of just having to like launch the game directly and it just boots up the game, that would be so cool. It would be the full PS3 experience. Like you would literally just have a PS3 in your PC. Like that would be so awesome. Would you want Sony to make a new PSP? Nah. I don't think we could depend on PlayStation or Nintendo to make better handhelds, because like what I think is just like if Sony makes a new PSP, you're kind of just stuck on Sony's like ecosystem and their PlayStation store, and you're kind of just dependent on them for all their games, you know? Like I already have this whole shelf of PS4 games and PS5 games. If I get a PSP2 or whatever, they're gonna make me repurchase like all my games that I want to play. And if I want to play older emulation ones, if they even allow emulation, like PS1, PS2, PS3 games, even if I own them, they're gonna make you repurchase all of them, and they're probably not even gonna have a huge collection to purchase from because they don't have the licenses to even sell any of them anymore. So it's probably gonna be like a small collection of games, and like they're probably gonna be like $50 for like a game from like 20 years ago. And then you're limited to only that anyways. Like you can't switch to DS games and shit like that. That's why I think the future for gaming, not only for consoles and handhelds, not only for consoles but also handhelds, it's just PC and Android. Yeah, it's just gonna be PC and Android, because I feel like I feel like they just hold everything back in gaming. I feel like that's why they went with the streaming, like the whole like Portal, the streaming one, is because like they could just, you know, you just stream your games. That kind of like fixes the issue. And if they are to make a handheld, the only way it could like actually work or be good for us is if it's like a PC in a way. Kind of like what Xbox is doing with the ROG. It's like a combination of like Xbox, like connection of Xbox and like a PC. Because if it's not a PC and it's just like, if it's just a like exclusive to whatever their storefront is, then it's just gonna be held back a lot. You know what I mean? Yeah. You are not the thinker, boy. But you guys know what I mean. Like, I feel like we all like want a PSP 2 because it's just nostalgic and we all grew up on PSPs and shit. But like, actually thinking about it, like it would kind of suck just because of all of that. All of this tough talk is just not scary to me. All right. But yeah, you guys know what I mean? I'm not trying to repurchase my entire library again. Have you played the Lulu thing on Fortnite yet? I don't know, bro. I don't know if I want to play with voice chat on anymore in any game. Yesterday we were playing Battlefield and like literally back to back. Like one game I literally had fucking Hitler on my team. The next game I had a fucking KKK member, bro. I'm done being in voice chat. Everyone's just like dropping slurs and shit. It'll be just straight up out of nowhere too. Like you're just talking to this dude, he sounds like a normal sounding guy, and just out of nowhere he's just slurring. I'm just like, wow. Like what the fuck? Like that's crazy, bro. What's up, Cheetos? Black Ops 6 DLC. Low-key, I'm starting to feel like we don't need video games anymore, bro. Do we need video games anymore? I feel like think about it, bro. Do we really need these games anymore? Do we need more and more games? Chill. I'm like thinking about it, like I love video games, but we do not need a new Call of Duty every year, bro. Like, if you're gonna make a new game, that shit better be like that shit better be good. You know, I'm talking like I want more games like Elden Ring, GTA 6, whatever shit that's like actually good. But when a game is just like, you could tell they're just like pumping that shit out to try and extract as much money off of it, and it just feels empty, and it just feels like, bro, like this shit is ass. Like, don't even Elden Ring broken heart emoji, bro. Whether you like that game or not, that game is for sure a generational game, bro. You mean complete games? No, I don't mean complete games. I mean like, I feel like we get games that are, for example, like every Call of Duty, I feel like since Modern Warfare 2019 could have just been an update. I feel like we could have been playing the, like, you know what I mean? They need to focus on games and actually make them good. Yeah, the industry is just so like, it's just so like profit and well, I mean, that's just how it is in society. Like, it's just fucking, but like it's gone to the point where like it's so like games aren't even made for gamers anymore. I feel like, or very few are. It's more of just like for investors and like how much money they could make off of it. You know what I mean? And I feel like I'd be down to sacrifice video games if we could get actually high. I want quality over quantity, you know what I mean? I'm kind of scared for Silent Hill too, because Silent Hill, they say they want to drop a Silent Hill every single year. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I wonder how that's gonna go. I really not liking what's happening with Battlefield 6 and the cosmetics. Yeah, I love Battlefield, but like I'm looking at Battlefield 6, bro, and it's kind of just like, you go to the item store in Battlefield 6, and like it's barely like it just have all these cosmetics and shit, and in big, like Like, bro, it's like a billboard ad. They have like a thing right there. It's like EA Play Pro members get 10% off at the item shop. Like, bro, is this fucking Best Buy? Like, why do you have a rewards membership for this video game that I paid $70 for? It's literally like a rewards membership program at a store, but like in your goddamn video game. Like, it just feels so like, bro, what the fuck? And I'm realizing, bro, the peak was probably like, yeah, Fortnite Crew, all that shit. I low-key feel like I don't know. Yeah, Fortnite Crew is like that too. But I don't know. It's just when I looked at it in Battlefield, it just felt so like, damn. Talking about EA Pro members get 10% off at the item shop. Like, I was just like, damn, bro. That literally is like when you go to the mall or something and they ask you for your phone number if you have a rewards program with them or some shit. Like, damn, bro. That's crazy. We have to stop buying new games? Yeah, bruh. And the skins are so ugly too. They're so ugly. Holy shit. That's freaking crazy. Hold up, let me go pee real quick again. BRB. I'm drinking too much water actually, I'm just pissing. We'll be back. Oh! Alright.
Open for me. Alright, love you. I don't know if I'm bugging, but every time I turn off this light, look at this. Look at that. Turn it on. It's gone. Turn it off. And it's... Okay, this one's off. Oh yeah, this one. Oh, hurry! No! Oh my god, my legs!
Oh my god. Dude, Gmod is fun. What's aneurysm? Dude, another thing about games like this is like, I don't know, I feel like we have such a too much of a focus on graphics. Everything has to be super duper graphics. Every single dust, like little dust, has to be simulated in real time. Every sunlight ray reflection has to be simulated in real time. Not everything has to be super realistic graphics. Who farted? Hey. Dark RP. What's that? What's going on, bro? Every famous painting is photorealistic. Oh, true. True. I kind of want to replay Elden Ring. Elden Ring was good. Can the Steam Deck play Elden Ring? Can that run it? What's up, Wymere?
Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. I'm gonna share what it's like playing, but it runs really well. There's occasionally some FPS drops to the mid-30s during intense boss fights or big open areas.
Shadow of the Colossus. I never finished that one. That one was so sick though.
And 90% of the time it's made, and the screen looks absolutely stunning. The weather, the lighting, everything just pops more on the screen. I was a little bit skeptical at first because this is a huge open world game.
Elden Ring, AYN, Thor, Android Game Hub. Let's see. $20 FPS. 20 FPS. Dude. Wait, it says 60 FPS right there. This looked like shit, bro. This is still super fucking impressive. This is an Android device. That's like $300. No, yeah. I don't think it seems playable though. 18 FPS. That's still crazy though that it could run these natively. What's up, oh brother? Dude. Android front end later. The Soldier game? Pretty sure the Soldier game is literally just a copy of the Retroid Pocket Flip 2, right? I don't remember which specific one it was. Maybe consistent 30. Top 5 game launchers. Five hours ago, dude, people are just pumping out content about these ones. It just came out.
Android if I want to hear game audio, but if I'm gonna watch a YouTube video or listen to music, I'll just do that separately on a different device like my phone or laptop. Is that a privileged thing to say? Probably, but that's just how I work. Sue me. Even on the light model, games will run well, seeing as it's literally being advertised as a modern day 3DS. There's slight letterboxing on both screens, which is to be expected, but they both look really good when playing games. As I said I would in my unboxing video, I've been playing a lot of 3DS games, and I've been jumping between a bunch of them, namely Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, Animal Crossing New Leaf, Kirby Planet Robobot, and Tomodachi Life, and they have all run perfectly in my experience. Okay, that might have been a little bit of a lie. Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon is a game that struggles on a lot of bottom screen. Pretty much it looks good enough compared to the original. I'll be happy. I have
Lego Batman on the 3DS.
Main releases external pads more awkward than 3DS and DS games just because of the gamepad's aspect ratio. The black bars on the bottom screen are much more prevalent. You can set it to stretch the video, but that looks bad, so I wouldn't recommend it. It's honestly not that big of a deal. I just thought I'd point it out. This being a fork that is currently in active development, and GameHub is the obvious choice, so we're going to be talking about that first. For now, this thing is going to be an indie or low-powered machine, at least in terms of GameHub. The 120Hz screen does lend itself well for games like Neon White and other games that support higher frame rates, but expect this to mostly play indie games well. And even Neon White wasn't hitting those high frame rates, it just looked nicer on the higher refresh rate screen.
Yeah, bro, I'm obsessed with this shit.
Game Native to try it out again there, and after it took...
I'm obsessed with this shit now. What the fuck? That's kind of crazy. I had one, but it fell and stopped working forever. It's not good. A 3DS? Or one of these? That's low-key freaking sick. Oh, that's me. What the hell? I still have my DS's. I don't know where I put mine. I think I lost it. This guy just re-uploaded Valve's trailer. PlayStation, Xbox. Now we got Steam Machine. The Steam Machine. Dude. PS5 Xbox killer? What the fuck is that? This is the new Steam console that they just announced like a couple hours ago. 3 hours ago. 3 hours ago. You missed out?
Hey,
you know,
everyone.
we'll watch it again.
This is Steam Deck. Steam Deck is our
What's up,
powerful,
Duttermilk?
portable, handheld gaming PC that lets you take your Steam library with you anywhere. We're pretty proud of it.
Here, I'll put you guys
People
back on.
Steam Decks have been playing everywhere, and we couldn't be happier with the response we've heard from all of you. We're excited to talk about the future of Steam Deck, but not today.
Yeah, Steam Deck, blah blah blah. The Steam Machine, let's see. Okay, this is the controller.
The Puck is a combination wireless adapter and magnetic charger included with every Steam controller. Snap it on to charge. Once you're charged up, snap it off again. You can play over Bluetooth or a wired connection too. The new Steam controller works with any device running Steam or Steam Link, whether it's a PC, Mac, handheld, smartphone, Steam Deck, or the new Steam Machine. Oh, this is the new Steam Machine.
And it's super small. That's crazy.
Steam Machine is a powerful gaming PC in a small but mighty package, designed for your games on the big screen. It's quiet too, which is crazy since it's 6 times more powerful than a Steam Deck, powered by a discrete, semi-custom AMD GPU, enabling 4K gaming at 60 frames per second with FSR. Steam Machine runs SteamOS made for a bigger screen,
Gaben.
built for gaming in your living room, your office, or wherever you play, with the rest of your PC accessories. Steam Machine borrows some great features from Steam Deck, like lightning-fast sleep and wake, an SD card slot to easily expand your storage, and bring some new tricks of
SD
its
card
own,
slot.
like a customizable LED strip, which can show different system functionalities, or your own light show. Steam Machine is a PC, so run whatever software you want, and it works with all your favorite desktop and gaming accessories. Steam Machine is designed to work hand in hand with the Steam controller, with the low latency, wireless connectivity of the Steam controller puck built right in. And it's great for streaming your games to your phone, tablet, laptop, Steam Deck, or Steam Frame. Oh, yep, this is Steam Frame.
You're in the airport? And then they got
Steam Frame is Valve's next generation VR hardware. Stream all your Steam games, VR and non-VR alike, in this comfortable, lightweight, wireless VR headset. Steam Frame uses camera-based tracking, so getting into your games is as easy as slipping on the headset and waking it up. Steam Frame controllers, included
No,
with
there's
the
no
headset,
price yet.
are designed with all the inputs you need for your VR
The
titles.
pre-built and
Motion
console market,
controls,
yeah.
capacitive tracking for all
Especially
your
since they'll probably sell it at a loss too, so they could be really competitive with their
They even feature
pricing.
the same magnetic thumbsticks as Steam controllers.
Because they'll just
for
make their money back on
responsiveness and
Steam.
longevity. Steam Frame also pairs seamlessly with the new.
If it's 550 to 600, that would be fucking crazy.
To make sure streaming is smooth and stable no matter what, Steam Frame includes a wireless adapter that lets you stream your games from your PC to your headset over a fast and dedicated Wi-Fi 6 connection. And the game is streamed to your frame optimized for VR, using new technology that allows for the highest resolution streaming exactly where your eyes are looking. And Steam Frame is a PC, running SteamOS. In addition to streaming, you can install and play a bunch of VR and non-VR games right in the headset without a host PC. You can also expand your onboard storage to fit even more games with a micro SD card. Steam
Damn.
controller, Steam machine, and Steam Frame.
I don't think it's gonna be. I don't know. It depends how much they want to compete with the PlayStation, Xbox. Because if they want to compete with them,
Peripherals and accessories you choose.
they're gonna have to like be competitive with their pricing and price it similar to the consoles. Because I'm pretty sure they had a Steam machine like what 10 years ago, and I think that was the drawback too, is that it was like expensive and everything wasn't all there yet. Like it's gotta be around the same price as like. The thing is, are they trying to compete with the current consoles, or are they trying to compete with the next gen, like the PS6 and shit?
Well, the rumors were true, and Valve just gave me everything I wanted. How's it
The Steam Deck OLED is 800.
going, everyone? As always, my name
Huh.
is Jimmy Champagne. This is Deck Ready, my channel all about the Steam Deck, the Steam Frame, the Steam Machine, and the
Damn,
Steam
I guess we'll see
Controller,
then. I
because
don't know.
The Steam hardware family just expanded by a lot. If you want to get in on the ground floor for what is definitely going to be one of, if not the coolest ecosystems in
I don't think they're
gaming,
even trying to compete.
subscribe to the channel and set your notifications to all. But let's get into this because there's a ton to dig
I could see
into.
it.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
start
know.
out with what I'm most excited for, and that is the Steam Machine. I mean, it's the Steam Deck console. That
Maybe
we've been
600 to
talking about
700.
For what? 3.5 years ever since the Steam Deck was announced.
Because if they're really trying to make an entry for people to get into it,
underneath your TV, connect a controller to, and use as if it was a console and take advantage of your entire Steam library, and that's exactly what they made. The specs look pretty damn good too. They're being kind of coy about what actually is in this.
oh
thing.
yeah, it's coming out like next year, right? Okay then.
But they are very clear that it has a discrete GPU in addition to a CPU. Both are AMD semi-custom, and they say that the target is 4K 60 FPS with FSR, so like 1440p native, which is honestly good enough for me. I thought it was really interesting that they pointed out in the trailer that you can install whatever operating system you want on it. I mean, the whole idea of this thing for me is to have it be a SteamOS machine, so I want it to be running SteamOS exclusively, but it's nice to know you can put Windows on it. I counted
current
5
gen,
USB-A ports. There's
the
one
PS6 and Xbox will be
USB-C port. They
2027. I
said
don't
it
know.
has
Yeah.
an SD card slot, so you can expand the storage. There's going to be 2 flavors of it, one 512 gig, one 2 terabyte. I don't know which one I'm going to go for. I have to see how easy it is to upgrade, but 2 terabytes sounds really good, and having a micro SD card slot is awesome. There's an LED light strip on the front that you can customize, and in the trailer they showed someone
Could we assume that the PS6 and Xbox will be stronger than this, or just maybe match this performance?
putting a faceplate on it. So they really are leaning into the console style PC whole thing that they started way back with the Steam machines. But this time, I mean, they're playing for keeps. They spent all these years building out SteamOS to make it a really competitive and cool operating system, to the point where it's my preferred operating system. I'm running a flavor of it called Bazite on my PC upstairs already, and I can't wait till I can put it on a PC or just get a Steam
more freedom to do whatever they want. I think it'll be stronger, but this might be alternative for those who want more for 500, 600. I think to recover with the PS5, I don't think they can take another loss. They can recover with the PS5. Probably match, but they can really compete with the Steam library. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So if it's gonna match or even be stronger than the next generation of PlayStation and Xbox, And they're dropping it next year. They're kind of like coming in early, you know? Because PS6 and Xbox isn't until like what, 27, 28? If this is dropping next year, they're coming in pretty early. Is that a... Huh.
Steam machine with it already installed. I've only seen pictures obviously, but it looks like a pretty small form factor package. Hopefully there's room in there where you could upgrade that discrete GPU later on down the line.
But being able to just
with
log
the
in, play
specs
all your
that they're
Steam games
listing,
is so sick.
4K 60 with FSR, I mean, you know, it's probably going to be a pretty performant thing out of the box, so you won't have to.
And the thing is, Xbox is making a console. They're doing the same thing. Xbox is making like a PC console type of thing. And they're doing the collab with ROG for the handheld. Like Xbox is trying to do like the Windows version of this basically. With like Game Pass and Windows and everything. They're trying to make like their own console hybrid, like PC hybrid. And then Steam is basically doing that, but with like Steam OS and Steam console. What is PlayStation gonna do? I think PlayStation is just gonna stick to what they do. I feel like. I think PlayStation is just gonna stick to just being a console, but they just buy contracts and shit where they have exclusivity for like a year. So if you want to play any cool games, PlayStation games, then they got PlayStation Studios. Shit like that. I think that's the only thing PlayStation has going for them. Is the exclusive games. People in the long run buy the Steam machine. And just put their name on the Steam machine and say it's stronger. FSR isn't as good as PlayStation though. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
That they're listing 4K 60 with FSR. I mean, you know, it's probably going to be a pretty performant thing out of the box, so you won't have to worry about upgrading for a long time anyway, which is great. They also pointed out that it's built with
Square Enix contract with somehow want to feel forced to buy PS5 to play the latest Final Fantasy. Yeah, God of War Ragnarok. Ghost of Yotei. Xbox is kind of smart for making their next console a console PC hybrid, because now they're getting around it, you know? Wait, that's like strategy. What the fuck? That's kind of crazy. Because when they drop exclusive PlayStation games, sometimes they'll have exclusive like Silent Hill 2. It's PC and PlayStation. But if they want to get around the exclusivity, they're making like a PC hybrid to get around that so that they could get the PlayStation game. I don't know. Xbox is taking a heavy loss right now, no? Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're... I don't know. I don't know what's happening over there. The next Xbox is $1,000? They dropped that price for it?
streaming in mind, so you can stream games from it.
Why didn't I think of that?
Directly to your Steam Deck. I love that they started the whole trailer video with the Steam Deck talking about how.
What console will GTA 6 release on first? GTA 6 is coming out for the Xbox and the PS5. It's not dropping on PC, at least for the first year, I don't think.
Them to this, and I like that this is built with streaming to the Steam Deck in mind, because you know this.
I hope emulation gets more popular so exclusives are less of a factor. The thing is, I think emulation is like, I feel like even if consoles start implementing it, like if PlayStation starts implementing like PS1, PS2, PS3 emulation on their console, it's still gonna feel so like, I don't know. We gotta rebuy all our games and everything. I'm not trying to do all that. Unless like the PS6 has a way where you could put your PS1 disc, PS2 disc, PS3 discs in there. That would be pretty fucking cool. But they're not producing those discs anymore, you know? It'd be more of just like a retro player.
Steam Deck is still at least a year or so away, I mean at the minimum. So if you want to keep that around for as long as possible, I mean giving people a device that can play games really well and stream directly to it is just like a perfect longevity piece, honestly. Like I think that's the smartest move Valve can make while they wait for better hardware.
Smack the Xbox logo on a Steam machine and call it a day. Dude, I think the future of consoles is consoles are going to become PCs, and then
which we'll talk about in a little bit.
They're just gonna,
which we'll talk about next, but I was not
like everything is going to be PC, and then the consoles are just going to become publishers.
All this stuff about
just PlayStation Studios, Xbox Studios.
PSSR and FSR4. Xbox is apparently making a PC.
Kind of like what happened to Sega.
Console. So with all these big players kind of transitioning their consoles to PCs, I mean Valve needs to get out early because they've already.
PlayStation is just going to make games now instead of consoles, I feel like, eventually. I feel like there's going to be another crazy crackdown on emulators. Yeah, bruh. Like, that's crazy. When that happens, bro, I'm not gaming anymore. I feel like that's just going to, like, incentivize, like, piracy and all that, you know? Like, no one's going to want to pay $50 for a game that came out, like, 30 years ago. They literally went to court. I'm pretty sure that like there's a whole lawsuit and everything. And the emulation won because the corporations didn't want people to emulate their games because it was cutting into their profits. But it's like it's such an innovative, like emulation is such an innovative thing, and it's so much better for us as gamers, bro. Us as gamers. But it's just so much better. Our hope is in them lawyers who are gonna fight for our freedom to game. The thing is that like at this point in society, bro, like the multi-billion-dollar corporations have the power and the money when the emulators are like the ones that are like they're just community driven, you know? They don't have any money. All the money they have is like through donations because they're not legally allowed to make money off of developing these emulators and shit. Like it's very just like community driven. Who farted? Hey, what's that? So yeah.
Hey everyone.
I could see this shit. I could see emulators. I could see them coming after emulators and shit just because it cuts into their profits and everything.
Snap it on to charge. Once you're charged up, snap it
Tokioli outside.
You can play over Bluetooth or a wired connection.
Send a picture of her.
The new Steam controller works with any device running Steam or Steam Link. Whether it's a PC, Mac, handheld, smartphone, Steam Deck, or the new Steam machine.
This shit is holding us back, bro. It's holding gaming back. All these fucking... Like, it's the same shit they did with SM2. Call of Duty. Like, everybody wanted this, bro. A compilation of all the best things of Call of Duty put into one game. These guys were doing it with no profit. Just pure passion, love of the game. And then they just took that shit down. They're like, no, fuck you. Like, we would all be on this shit. Same thing with Counter-Strike Classic Offensive. This got taken down. That shit will go massive on there with Switch games and other things It's an OS. Yeah, bro. I'm scared, bro. I'm scared. That's gonna be. Like, it's so crazy because like they've been working on this for years and years, and then as soon as it's close to coming out, they get sued or they get a cease and desist. This is why support piracy like is one of the ways to keep big companies in check. Yeah, that's the only way, really. Imagine this, bro. CS Legacy. I'm pretty sure this got taken down too. Or I think this one isn't taken down. Yeah, they'll find a way. They just gotta like... Cause right now it's legal. I feel like right now it's legal to play emulators. The only thing that's technically illegal is the way you source your games to put into your emulator. Like if you're pirating games, instead of paying for like a $300 copy of like Silent Hill 3 and you pirate it instead, that's illegal. But the emulator itself is completely legal to emulate games. But I could definitely see like them trying to like make emulators illegal. Try to win that court case again. And I think the crackdown, like people will definitely find ways, but it'll be I feel like it'll be harder to find the emulators, you know. You gotta go to some sketchy ass website, you gotta find like a piracy r/piracy mega thread and everything. It's not gonna be just easy as going to like RPCS3 and then just pulling up to this website, no piracy, whatever, and then you download it. Like I could see all these getting like taken down and shit. You know? And then yeah. No, I'm talking it'll be harder for like the community-based emulators. Like they're gonna have to be like working in the shadows and shit. And since it's harder for the community, then that's when PlayStation is gonna make their own PS3 emulator and shit. And then we gotta pay monthly or whatever. We have a limited game catalog because they're not legally allowed to sell certain games because licenses ran out and shit like that. Like it's gonna be so like, bro, fuck all these copyright laws, fuck all these patents and shit. Like all this shit does is just protect corporations, bro. $20 a month for PS3 emulator, bro. Like they shut these down. Oh, bruh. Yeah, I don't know if this is bad, but I'm just thinking like I don't give a fuck if they're like copying, like, oh they're breaking the copyright, blah blah blah. Like if this is what people want to play, like this is what people want to play, you know what I mean? It's like I don't know, bro. It's like when people say like the Xiaomi phones, like the Chinese phones are like, oh, they're copying Apple, blah blah blah, like they're nothing but copying, like that should be illegal. But it's like, bro, if they're selling it to us at a better price and shit, like I literally don't give a fuck. Like it's better for the consumer. I don't know. I might be wrong, but like them taking these down is just a way for them to like have a monopoly over whatever they could give, whatever we can have. Like the whole Yuzu, Nintendo suing Yuzu and everything, and getting them all taken down. Monthly payment to emulate old games. Are there any public Switch emulators right now? My toenail hurts. It's probably ingrown. Yeah.
Emulator has officially been discontinued. If you guys remember from a little bit ago, Nintendo sued Tropic Haze, the company that made the Yuzu emulator.
Ryujinx. I thought they were going after Ryujinx too.
And they reached an agreement instead of going to court. And of course, it's a Nintendo.
Why you expose me? Oh, sorry.
In damages to Nintendo, and they immediately had to stop distribution and development of Yuzu.
I think I have an ingrown pinky toenail on my right.
Shut down their Discord, their Patreon, and their website. The way we all got informed about this is this nice letter that Yuzu and Citra definitely posted at their own will. The letter talks about how Yuzu and Citra enabled piracy, and that they feel really bad about it, and they couldn't stand it any longer. Nintendo is such a terrible company when it comes to things that the audience enjoys. Like, it's not enough that you wanted to buy and play their game. It has to be on the native console, even if that console no longer is supported by Nintendo.
Retroid Pocket 5 Eden. The best Switch emulator. Yeah, the thing is, you just know that, okay, the reason why they were able to take down Yuzu is because Yuzu used language on their website that was technically, like, guiding people to, like, you know, pirate the game or whatever. I don't know the full, like, details of it, but, like, they were basically saying shit that they weren't supposed to say, so Nintendo was able to sweep in and be like, nah, take them out. But if Switch emulators, like, are careful about it, and they're just like, yeah, kind of like, no piracy allowed, blah blah blah, this is just the emulator, the way you source your games is all up to you, we're not going to help you with that, then, like, Nintendo can't do anything about it. But you just know that if they could legally, all of these emulators would be fucking gone, bro. The only thing protecting the emulators right now is that court case that emulators won like 20 years ago. Because I think the original court case was like a PS1 emulator when the PS1 dropped, and PlayStation sued them, and somehow, just like by miracle, like the emulator won and PlayStation lost. Which is crazy. I need to learn how to emulate. I'll teach you.
Not just the first one like was before. Let me just jump to our Mario game. I will show you just whole gameplay. I just want.
But if somehow they reopen that court case, bro, and they're able to overturn that shit, oh, it's so over. Because they got billions of dollars, bro, and then these emulator guys are just like.
My system went off, completely shut down, black screen. I have to press power button.
Really small, the underdog. Yeah, I saw the new Steam console. That shit's crazy. I want to see how much it costs, and I want to see just like uninterrupted, no commentary, like someone playing on it. I want to see like different games and shit. That's gonna be cool.
Gonna be so boring, and I'm not gonna be last.
I feel like they will sue again if a big game came out. Yeah, you could see like the Switch 2, like the way they're trying to do it is like I'm pretty sure they're taking like preemptive measures to try and stop people from doing it. Like they're trying to do a workaround to make it harder for people to emulate. Like I don't know if this is true, but I heard stories like they'll like literally brick your console if you get like the thing out or whatever, and if you try tampering with it, it's literally illegal or whatever. Some shit like that. which will make it a lot harder to emulate. Like I'll be watching people like emulate Switch games, and like some YouTubers literally blur the screen because Nintendo will send them like copyright notices if they show emulation of their games. That's fucking crazy.
Sometimes it's about you are lucky or
And
not.
it's low-key embarrassing for them because they be running the Switch games better than the Switch itself. Like, damn. Their shit's
I
getting...
will see. I will try my best, guys.
This shit is so cool, though.
It's working. This means we are happy that we can
Yeah,
play
they really
that
locked it
game
down. Like,
finally
they made it super
properly,
hard
without any crashes.
to try and emulate it, even though emulation is...
Very good news. Still
They basically
improvements.
hire hackers and have bounties for crazy amounts of money to hack the Switch too, and they pay them for loopholes. So it basically yeah, they literally do that with the piracy. They literally do that with like the piracy community too. Like I'm pretty sure when it comes to like Denuvo and like DRM, they literally hire like the crackers that crack the game and like do the workarounds. They literally like hire them to become like fucking traders, and they pay them like absurd amounts of money. Like they like a shit ton of money to like get them to block the piracy. Like they're hiring the pirates, like they're just buying them to stop. I'm pretty sure that's what Denuvo and DRM is and stuff. I don't know if this is accurate, but I heard it was like
But I've been a bit shocking when
like
I've seen
hundreds of thousands of
60
dollars
FPS on
per
that
month
device.
they get paid.
It's quite
Some shit like
demanding
that.
game, to be fair.
That's fake news. Stop line. All right. Like 30K per loophole found. That's crazy. Like commission like that.
Ah, this one.
It's like the warlords in One Piece. They're pirates that are so strong that they work for the government. That's crazy.
So
Why
far
you not
good.
playing Battlefield 6? I don't know. I'll probably we could play later off
No
stream.
graphic glitches.
I'm kind of just in a reactor mood. That's crazy though. Like, and that's why, and it works too. That's the thing. It works. Denuvo and DRM is like, it's like so hard to like crack that there's only like very few pirates that could actually crack that shit. Like very talented. Like I don't know any of the fucking magic that they do. But even to this day, like there's some games that are just like uncracked. Denuvo and DRM, it's like an anti-piracy measure like software that's like in the game, so that it stops people from pirating the game. It basically like, long story short, it like locks the game from piracy. But what it also does is it tanks the performance of the game too. So like that's why some games that are like pirated, they literally run like 30-50% better, more FPS when they take off the Denuvo and the DRM. But like, hang on, I don't know if the full details, but it's like, let's see. Okay, this isn't an explanation, this is just a meme. But these are longer videos.
You pay $70 for a new game, but it runs like
I'ma crack your
garbage
balls.
and takes forever to load. Then pirates crack it, remove Denuvo, and suddenly it runs 50% better. Welcome to what I feel is the most hated system.
And the thing is too is that the games, like the game companies, it costs them a lot of money. Like they don't just have Denuvo on it. Like it costs them, I forgot how much it is, but it's a shit ton of money per month to keep Denuvo on their games. Too. It's crazy. Like they're really fighting that piracy.
In PC gaming. I'm talking about Denuvo. the anti-cheat and DRM that's becoming gaming's biggest controversy. Today, I'm going to be exposing exactly why millions of gamers despise this system, the shocking performance impacts, and the security nightmare hiding on your PC. All right, so Denuvo is actually two different systems. You have Denuvo Anti-Tamper, which prevents game piracy by wrapping around Steam and other platforms, making games incredibly hard to crack. And then you have Denuvo Anti-Cheat, which runs at your...
But yeah, it's basically just like an anti-piracy thing. But even in doing so, it's like fucking up games too, because it like tanks the performance and everything. It's crazy. Like I think, yeah. I don't know. What are some games that have it? There's some games that have come out like a year ago, 2 years ago, and you still can't pirate them because it's got that Denuvo shit on it. I need to pee again. Damn, bruh. You think the PS5 can be saved at this point? I think.
Hey everybody, this is Russ from Retro Game Corps.
I don't know. I think console gaming is just inevitably gonna turn into PC gaming.
All of the different apps into one simple navigation experience.
I think now it's kind of just like a race to get like the PC. I think consoles as we know it, like there's no going back to that point. Like the PS2 days, the PS3 days, like that's like that was like they're, I don't know how to explain it.
So I'm going to dive into each of those here in this video. And my hope here is that if you follow along,
now they're like merging together and everything, and now everyone's playing on these different consoles.
Android-based retro device.
I don't know, yeah.
Pro or the Retroid Pocket 3, and you're not really happy with the front-end options.
And now there's just like a space to like play. Like during the PS2, PS3 days, like a lot of the games you could only play on PS2, PS3. Shout out Meow Slayer with the 7 months. Thank you.
Meow Slayer's
Xbox 360 games, like there was games like you only play on Xbox 360. PC, there's games you could only play on PC, like your Counter-Strike, your Half-Life, your League of Legends, whatever. But now everything is pushing to have all these games, and now they're all fighting for all these different games. And I think eventually it's just gonna all centralize into PC, where the consoles just become PCs so they could like have all the games on it. You know?
Surprised with what
hold up, let me go pee.
Here. One of my favorite things about this app is that it's constantly
the accessibility of consoles still wins over casual gamers though. Yeah, that's the thing. I think that's why eventually the it's still gonna go to PC, but PC is gonna make like more accessible casual, like the Steam machine that we just saw. Like I think we're gonna see more of that, like putting PC into like a more casual, like plug and play form factor. You know what I mean? Where like you're basically just buying like a little box, but it's like a PC still. You know what I mean? I think that's what consoles are gonna turn into.
Without any further delay,
I'll be back. I'm gonna go pee.
Right into it.
Oh fuck!
Okay, to start, I just want to clarify this is not going to be an Android-based startup guide. In fact, I already made one of those earlier this year, and this is the guide I would recommend if you have an Android-based device and you want to get it up and running. So for example, if you have an older phone and you want to set it up with emulators and things like that, that's what I would do. Additionally, I have made starter guides for some of the more popular Android-based devices like the Odin and Retroid Pocket 3 as well. You can find all of these on my website, but I'm going to go into this video assuming that you already have your emulators configured. What we're going to do here instead is focus on the front ends. Now in previous videos I had recommended something called Launchbox. At the time this was a $25 app and it was a little bit buggy and kind of slow, but all the same it was very pretty and worked pretty naturally. However, as you'll see once we start testing Daiji Show, that one is much faster than Launchbox here, and recently Launchbox changed their pricing structure. Instead of being $25 for a forever license, it's now $15 for a single time license and then $40 for a lifetime one. And honestly, I cannot in good conscience say—
My pee is literally like lime green, bro. That's kind of weird. It's literally like lime green. What's up, Kawaii Blade? But yeah, I think I think a big switch was like the PS3 to the PS4. I feel like PlayStation would have kind of future-proofed itself if the PS4, because like the PS3, especially like the launch models, you could put your PS1 disc in, you could put your PS2 discs in, and your PS3 discs in. You could play all the PlayStation games on the PS3, PS1, 2, and 3. When you switched over to PS4, you were leaving all that behind, bro. Like you left all of it behind. You couldn't do that anymore. So now you could only play PS4 games. And now PS5, you could play PS4 games on the PS5. But like, yeah, and they started doing the remasters and everything. But I think what a PC basically is with emulation is basically like what the PS3 was, but like in the future. On PC, you could play PS1 games, PS2 games, PS3 games, PS4 games. Like, they have the ports and everything. They have the emulators. And then you could even do different emulation for different consoles like Nintendo, older retro games, shit like that. And then now you got like your PC games, you got your Counter-Strike, your Valorant, all that shit. Tetiokboki. That shit was spicy though. But yeah. The Simpsons hit and run. What do you guys know about this? What is the best open world Springfield? Hit and mid? Not shit? Oh, okay. The Simpsons game. The Steam Machine will be the new meta. Like, it's so much better for us too as gamers, bro. Like, being able to have a machine that could play basically anything. The Smurfs game. What is this? Not a lot of gaming happening. What's up, X? What is this? Is it like a PS2 game? Because there's a lot of these. What the hell? PS1. Mobile. You know what I would play on my 360? I still have the disc, actually. Let me whip this shit out. My mom wouldn't let me get M-rated games. But when I would pull it to my dad's house, bro, he would let me get Call of Duty and all that shit, Left 4 Dead. I was like, yes. But my mom, she would be buying me games like this. Hold up. She would buy me like, well, she got me some good games too. Anything T-rated and below. I would play Skate 3 and like the Batman games. But one of the first games, bro, I was on this shit. I was playing Shrek the Third, bro. Shrek the Third. Xbox 360. I had that on the DS. Oh my god, I'm sick. You guys could hear it in my voice, huh? Shrek the Third, bro. They have me playing this. Oh, hell no.
These dwarves are starting to get on my nerves.
Thank God your dad bought you games. Yeah. I wish I had a PS3 instead of a 360 though. Because I would have been able to play online for free. I would have been able to play online. On the 360 though, I would play Black Ops 2, but I would play with bots and pretend that they were real people. I would pretend I was playing online. Watch the Smurf. Let's go back to the Smurf. Wait, what's this? This shit is crazy. Dude, holy shit. How did he hit that? The Smurfs village. Wait, what is this? You would play this? What is this? This is kind of crazy. This is kind of cool. I used to play this too? What is this? I would play the Simpsons one. I'm OG. This is crazy. I would play... I was on this, bro.
Why are you doing this to me? Because if I tap you 10 times in this game, I get free donuts. Are you saying I'm not real? I'm just a character?
Where is my last video? Oh, they shut it down.
Simpsons house. That was really strange. Space stuff. Remember the big space update that we had? Well, that combined with a few other things, this was everything that I had ever gotten. So I kind of, again, just kind of...
The Smurfs.
This is my forest.
I like The Simpsons because of this game and the Simpsons movie. I want to get Homer in Fortnite, bro. Low-key, if I had one of those AYN Thors, I would low-key just be chilling in my bed playing Fortnite. I need to get one of those.
This is my...
Your Fortnite OG?
Japanese stuff here. Some of it anyway.
Dating sims, bro.
No, sorry, this is Chinese. Sorry, my bad.
I would, you know what games I would download? I would download like stick figure fight games.
Rio de Janeiro stuff.
Streaming on it? Dude, I wonder if that's possible.
Whoops.
Yeah, I played Silent Hill F, I beat it.
You know, I always had it all here ready to go, but just never knew what to do with it. This was my England stuff. What was it?
In 2003, you'd play a game like...
No, I just want to see gameplay.
Run again.
This is the type of shit I would play on my handheld device, bro.
Can you come and get me?
I'm pretty sure they literally put this on the Vita. Like, even though all these handheld devices are like locking in, the PS Vita jailbreaking community is still super strong, bro. Like, they're doing like impossible shit. It's crazy. They're like porting over PS2 games. Like, how?
Hello and...
Like, it still has its limitations, but like, look at this shit. Hit and run at a good 40 FPS. That's crazy. Chat at the bottom of the screen and the game at the top. Plug in like a USB camera on it too. Little Big Planet on the PS Vita, same, bro. Literally same. I would make like custom levels.
So now let's
that was so fun.
About cheats and unlockables because they are so much fun.
Opinion on dating sims?
There's a really sweet cheat code.
I don't know any. I was never on that side. I was more like the stick figure fighting.
Rex, display a speedometer, make your car invincible, adjust camera angles, turn on drunken drive mode.
Asphalt was fire.
I was curious to see if the original PS2 cheat codes would work on this version, and
Oh yeah, I don't know anything about dating sims. No, I would play Mortal Kombat X mobile. This reminds me of like Metal Slug. You guys ever play Metal Slug? When I was little, I would play that shit in the laundromat on the arcade machine. That shit was hard though. Is that Dante? (2D) game where this guy knew karate and would beat the shit and kill Nazis. This looks cool. What was I gonna look up? Metal Slug X. $19.99, bro, dude, what? I was 19 when this shit came. What was the Vita looking handheld you were looking at? Which one? The AYN Odin 2 Mini? This one?
Improvements or compatibility, so right now we're kind of just limited by the software. You can play a ton of stuff, obviously. GameCube, Wii, 3DS, PSP, Vita, PS2, even Nintendo Switch.
I need to download that manga app, Talkie Manga. Talkie Manga.
What's up guys, this is Simfusa, and today we are going to be playing Kung Fury Street
Kicking
Rage.
Nazi
This
butt.
simple fighting game was made based off of the movie Kung Fury, which was released free on
That book I showed you, what is it? What was it called again?
Awesome.
At the store, right?
80s action movie. It's about
Dude, that's
30 minutes long.
crazy.
You have time to watch it, trust me. It'll be worth your time. But anyway, that is not the focus of this video. The focus of this video is the game that they made that's super cheap and looks kind of fun. It's basically One Finger Death Punch, except you are playing as, what's his face? I'm forgetting the name right
Yeah, I
now.
saw the new Frankenstein movie. I watched it with the lady.
Anyway, you just gotta punch Nazis whenever they come forth. You can't move yourself, but the only way that you can move
That's
is
pretty
by
cool.
punching them left or right. There's only 2 buttons, but it's alright.
Wait, this is cool.
Punching people, like electrocuting them and kicking
The new
them,
Predator movie? No.
hitting their nuts.
What's
and
up,
just
X?
Really not making it a fun day for them. Oh crap! Oh my gosh! I was punched in the face. You know my
CS:GO
face is worth
Mobile?
At least millions. You stay away from my.
CSGO Mobile has long been one of the most anticipated mobile games of all time. Ever since the first clickbaity leaks and rumors started to appear like 10 years ago, everybody has just been hopeful year after year that
I know there's like little clones of Counter-Strike on mobile, right? But like, is there gonna be like an official Counter-Strike mobile?
maybe one day it will officially be announced. And in that time, there have been many alternatives that have popped up. Really good games. You know, there's Critical Ops and Standoff 2, for instance.
Critical Ops.
Massive games with huge, dedicated communities that really are a great alternative to the CSGO mobile
Yes,
that we
I've played
don't
it.
have right now. There are other games made by other developers
I
that
would play this on the handheld.
came and went. Like, for instance, that Chinese game from a couple of years ago made with Unreal Engine. That literally was the closest thing I had seen in the past 10 years to CSGO on mobile. Had the same maps, the same weapons, and it really felt like a real CSGO mobile. But obviously, with that game, it got shut down about a
What does
year
this
and a
mean
half
for the
ago,
CS
and we
market?
haven't heard anything since. Over the past year and a half, there have been some attempts for
1,
players
2,
to
3,
try to,
4,
like,
5.
recreate the CSGO
What the
experience
fuck?
with Counter-Strike Source. and many of them have done a very good job. It actually looks really good, but Counter-Strike Source is not CSGO. It is different.
Oh
in
shit,
many
my mouse
key
died.
aspects. And that is why so many people are still hoping that one day a real CSGO mobile will actually appear.
Fat ass fans to cool their phones? No. I've never played Pixel Gun 3D. Wait, I think I might have tried it. I'm not OG. Wait, is this the parkour? Yes, bro. I remember playing this. Let's watch Predator. I didn't even know there was a new one, bro. The glass shattering game, I know. Smash hit. This was so sick. I hate mobile games now, bro. You get like an ad every 30 seconds.
How often do you change your mouse pad? Every 6 months?
Once every 6 months, usually.
Yeah.
Probably like every 3 to 5 months. 4 months, maybe. I change my mouse pad every 2 or 3 months.
Somewhere between 2 to 3 months?
Maybe every 2 or...
What the fuck? Holy shit. Remember this game? Let me see. What's up, Isabel? Flappy Bird?
What the hell? Is this that goddamn Angry Bird shit?
No, this is Flappy Birds. Watch this. Let me show you how it's done real quick. Now you just tap it into a motion. Oh, I died.
You dumb fuck!
Alright, go for it.
What'd I do?
Hit the green button.
Now hit this, tap.
Yep.
Motherfucker! What the fuck I do wrong? What am I doing wrong, Michael?
You're not tapping it in time before it hits the ground.
My friends would kill each other over this game.
Wait a minute, let me try that.
Angry Birds.
What's the purpose, Michael? What's the goddamn purpose?
Chill out a little bit. almost did it.
God almighty, yeah!
Oh!
Dude, that's good.
You don't fuck that!
There's a crack!
I didn't do that! I'm gonna make it this time.
Let me show you something.
You goddamn good motherfucker!
I've done it 5 times already.
You ain't done shit, you live!
Look.
I'm playing this game, get away. I'm playing the game, get away. Give me that mother! I'm playing.
Just take it.
Come on, birdie, buddy. Tweet, 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 tweet. Yeah!
So much gaming.
Steam Machine. Oh! Powered by a discrete.
Dude. That's crazy, bro. We've been live for 3 hours. We haven't played a single game. What do you guys think?
Semi-custom AM.
That's crazy. The Sims. You're not a real gamer. I never watch during games, so I'm chilling. Oh yeah. Cozy, friendly, cooperative video game. Holy. This reminds me of the recreation of DE Dust 2 in real life. No, bro. This.
Prepare to fight.
Oh, camper, camper. Oh, camper, camper.
Which one am I? The camper? I'm not gonna lie. This is literally what I looked like as a kid. Like, actually, like, pretty accurate. I literally looked exactly like that guy. This kid. I literally looked exactly like this kid. Like, same hair, same, like... It's looking kind of scary how, like, accurate he looks like me when I was a kid. Buzz cut. I am the lagger, actually.
Sector clear. Roger that. On this small planet, I'm in position. Need backup. Need backup.
Camper, camper, how was I supposed to know? You covered creaky door.
This is pretty cool that they did this. Yeah, she has a bunch of dislikes. I don't know. What's an old video too? I think during that era, like whenever it was just like kids having fun, and people saw it as like slightly cringe, they'll just like hate on it. This is pretty sick though. Holy shit. That's freaking awesome.
And for 99 cents, there's a light version as well that is free, and that is iOS or Universal Red. You can check that out for free and test drive it. Now,
you would play this game?
Difficulty for Crazy Mike to review an app about my virtual boyfriend, so I'm reviewing this as Mrs. Crazy Mike. I know we're pretty things. You can see the bar up there. You go through it. You finish it. You give them what kind of a person you are. And this all determines how the AI interacts with you, which is the boyfriend. Which you can also set up there. As you, Mrs. Crazy Mike, this guy's not really there either. You can also further go into customization here, and you can actually, you know, change the
Tap
hair.
in, bro.
This guy's name is... So we change the top, type 26, stud, we'll put that 70s show. So we'll keep that there, and we'll go on, so you can customize your guy a little bit more if that's your thing. Now it just becomes a series of interactions. Nice shirt, dude. So he chats it up, and you respond back. He's not speaking English. It's too hard to get that kind of content into the app, so this is the way the app works.
I would hit my boyfriend. Holy shit.
You have your information here on this guy.
Friend just got his new exhaust though.
Rev it again. Rev it. Make him feel good. You can also
my favorite movie? I don't know. What is my favorite movie?
You can slap him around. And he apparently does not like that.
It's probably gonna change soon.
You can also do activities like
I'm probably gonna change my favorite movie soon.
go have a dinner date. It deducts from your money, but it means for good morale between your relationship. You continue, and when we get back, the heart should actually be up more, maybe even blast through it and go to the next heart.
iPhone app.
2. Close. So let's see if we can push it over the edge. Yes, dinner was great. Oh, that's so nice. So let's see. Let's do activity. Let's play some video.
I need to watch more movie. Dude, I want to look at this. Like, I want to look at this again. This is so crazy. This makes me want to get a handheld even more. I would play PS2. I would play a bunch of PS2. PS2. Maybe 3DS. I'm not really a Nintendo person, but I would get into it. I would want to play PS3 era as well, but I don't think, like, that's kind of still experimental for these handhelds for PS3, so I don't think they would have PS3. Is this real? Yeah. This is so fucking cool.
Fight your true battle until the bitter end! Fight to become something beyond a monster! A true warrior!
Vinland Saga is so good, bro. Hold up, my mom's calling me. Hello. Tokyo Ghoul was my first anime. Tokyo Ghoul.
Dedicated emulation handhelds. An easy way to bring your entire library of systems with you, and a lot more convenient when you want a game in bed or some game and completion status. Card view on
No, I haven't watched
is
Chainsaw
something I've
Man.
personally been yearning to have in my native achievement browser, showcasing an all-in-one widget containing a more visual progression with a bit more personality. Each card has the
Naruto!
with its progress in the form of recently unlocked achievements, which continue to update the more you unlock. Pressing your system switching bind will flip through your collection based on what system their game originates from, and selecting a game will bring up a detailed view on that game's achievement progress. It's worth mentioning that I'm
Fight your true battle until the bitter end! Fight to be...
Thorfinn. Peak. Send me that? Okay.
tears. Say, man, me and you are gonna fucking do this together. And you're gonna be on my ass if I start slacking. I'm gonna be on your ass if I start slacking. And I'll never accept mediocre again. I'm always gonna give you my 110 fucking percent. That's the only thing I can ever say solid days would. That's all that will ever find peace in. If you guys do not do that, I promise you, your life will haunt you for the rest of your days.
Greg Flip, bro. R.I.P. Frankenstein.
Recuérdame, hoy me tengo que ir, mi amor. Recuérdame, no llores por favor. Te llevo en mi corazón y cerca.
Any man that takes this woman's last name
is a failure of a man.
Not only have you lost all sense of your masculinity, but you've also lost sense of your manhood. Society don't take you seriously. Even your own woman don't take you seriously.
I'm not a Zenin anymore. I took my wife's name. It's Fushiguro now.
Why did they use the sweater and not the compression shirt for his Fortnite skin, bro? I still don't understand it. I'm still pissed off about that. Wait, let's look at it. You didn't like the anime? I thought it was pretty good. Why is this? I do like Toji! What are you talking about? My favorite character is Toji and Todo. Why did they do this though? Did he even get his like sword thing? He didn't even get his like sword thing. They gave him like the little thing.
And last was Yunin Clan's biggest failure.
You piece of shit!
You better watch that mouth of yours, because I don't need any monkeys like you in the world that I'm creating.
Dude. Tell me that's not perfect Fortnite, like the worm as the back bling, the sword, the compression shirt, and they just didn't do it. I was low-key sleeping my way through season 1, but when season 2 was, when I was watching season 2, dude, that was dope. Season 3 is gonna be peak. Bet. I kinda wanna watch Chainsaw Man. Send me some Obito edits. They need to do like a Naruto Wave 3 in Fortnite.
What? I don't believe it!
It's 12 episodes? Oh, I could finish that like easily.
It's just as I expected.
I want an Obito skin in Fortnite. That would be so fucking cool.
Itachi Uchiha is now dead.
What? I don't believe it! Kidding.
It's just as I expected. Later. He's dead.
Oh my god, and they gotta do different variants for his skin if they put him in. Dude, X, watch Naruto, bro. This character is so tragic, bro. Fuck no. Alright. Tokyo Ghoul collab would be cool. Oh, I saw it.
You think I wanted to become
One Punch Man better?
this? You think I woke up one day and chose to carry all this weight? I wanted a normal life, to laugh with.
Reen was my... It was as if, when I looked at you, I saw my past self and regretted the current me. But for some reason, it also made me happy. When I was a kid, I'd imagine myself as the Hokage so often.
Oh!
That indescribable feeling of exhilaration. It was as if, when I looked at you...
Dude.
Why don't you be the monster? Why don't you be the monster?
It's not like I didn't want to be the monster. It's because the game itself just felt... Is that you? Obito? There's no mistake. That's Obito Uchiha.
You can call me by that name if that's what you want. But it
Obito is so cool.
俺は信じる。ドリルは俺の魂だ。
What anime is this? Gurren Lagann.
Just promise me one thing. When we're older and you're a famous soldier, if I'm ever trapped or in trouble, promise you'll come and save me.
My magazines, you're the star. We cannot fall. She fell asleep on my arm.
Final Fantasy VII, Part 3. Holy.
Boy, that shit is cut, it's not no dope. Yeah, I stay clean like some soap. Pull up, bitch, I pop you like a bubble. So, bro.
My name is Ichigo Kurosaki. I'm 15 years old, so I'm a high school student. My family runs a medical clinic here in town. Maybe it's because we're entrusted with the lives of the living. I'm not sure. But for as long as I can remember, I've been able to see the souls of the dearly departed.
My name is Rukia Kuchiki.
And my name is... Ichigo Kurosaki.
Bleach. Shoso. I don't really watch too much anime. Toto is cool.
Naruto! You said I'll never let my comrades die. Those were your words. Now, look around you and try to say them again.
I said try to say those words again! As the bodies of your comrades grow cold in your arms, take in their deaths! This will just keep happening. And all of your flippant words and ideals will become lies. Naruto!
People were dead ass pissed off about this too, bro. That's crazy. People were pissed.
If he wanted you out of there, he'd go do it himself on feet by himself. He was dead.
Ever since the beta back in August, I've developed a taste for hunting recon players. It's an itch I have to scratch. They've multiplied since launch. Half of them never touched their gadgets or checked their flank. If you're getting sniped less in a match, you can be sure I'm nearby, doing my work.
Battlefield 60 was 2042. Low key, the honeymoon phase is worn off, and now I'm realizing it. Battlefield 6 has a really good foundation, but right now it's not. It's not the Battlefield that I used to know. What? What? That's not real. How you do that? Peak. The PS3 XMB is so sick. What's up, Tab?
I'll take a potato chip and eat it.
That's good. That's good. Did you guys eat breakfast yet? I haven't had breakfast. Garo edit. We need this dude in Fortnite.
Looks like I hooked a big one. This is perfect. I'm friggin' stoked. I'm gonna slaughter every last one of you bitches. Die right here, right now. I'm here to fight for underdogs everywhere. Good.
Is season 3 really that bad? I just need to watch it. I'll be the judge of it. I feel like there's propaganda going on. I need to watch it. Overwatch.
Don't you miss me 2 more years and you'll be done with school, and I'll be making history like I do. You know it's all because of you. We can do whatever we want to. Hey there, Delilah, here's to you.
Sasuke!
This one's for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I reject.
There is nothing.
Why don't you be the one?
That's where you're wrong.
Hang on. I don't know what happened to One Punch Man, bro. This made me think of you. Huh. Sneaking up.
I can't wait to get to school.
See Valve releasing. I did see that, bro. What's up, Anastasio? Dude, yeah, bro. That shit is crazy. That is crazy. I'm super interested. Why haven't they done Hunter x Hunter in Fortnite?
Okay.
You think Gon and Killua are too short to put in? And you were talking about it the other day too, you Loki. That's what I was saying, bro! I'm literally a prophet. They would probably look weird. Yeah, you think they'd be able to put in Gon and Killua? They would have to stretch them up. But they would probably look weird in like in standing next to, like, if they do anyone else, like if they put like different characters. I don't know. Pet cosmetic? Probably like they could probably do like, well, I don't know, I haven't read the manga. Do they get older and taller or something? I don't know.
In-N-Out's lunch score, a 10 out of 10. Here's why. Secret menu.
Dude.
You wouldn't know about animal style.
Oh,
chilies on top.
shit.
Secret word of mouth. These fries are a little too crazy
Dude.
for me. Sometimes I like crazy. The sad meat and cheese item called the Flying Dutchman. Protein style. Never remove the paper. Sticky fingers. Complaining you don't like their fries? Get them light well. Golden brown, a little more stiff, and a little more dry. You want your burger McDonald's style with ketchup, mustard, and raw onions? Secret menu. Instead of getting your fingers spicy,
McDonald's style? I've never heard of that.
Burger. Let's talk about price. $4 burgers, $6 doubles. Last but not least, consistency. Melted cheese between two buns, propped up nicely every time. This is my order. 3-pack.
Oh yeah.
It's not like I didn't want to be the monster. It's because the game itself just felt so incredibly one-sided and unfair.
Wait, go back.
Screw justice.
Bro, if they add Garros to Fortnite and they have different styles for his like his monster form, his like cosmic form, oh, that would be so fucking cool.
One thing's for certain. He is human.
Add in and out to Fortnite.
Okay, boy.
Damn, looks like it slipped out. I try to avoid using the old geezer style.
Dude, every time Fortnite starts to like feel a little bit boring, they always manage to like make it feel fun again. I don't know how. That Simpsons season is fun. Is the movie good? I'll tap in. Holy shit. Death Grips? I've only heard like one song. Maybe like 2 or 3. Oh, dude, I've already been live for 4 hours. Holy shit. Alright guys, I'm probably off now though. Just a chill little reactor stream. I don't really feel like too much gaming today. But yeah, maybe we'll play some more Fortnite tomorrow or something. And yeah. Alright. Yeah. Peace out, guys. Let me put on a song. Alright. Cyberpunk win? One day. Alright, peace out, guys. Have a good rest of your day. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys for chilling with me. And yeah. Peace out. Bye. Peace. Oh no, you got a mustache? Dude, I haven't shaved in like a day. Alright, I'm locking in. Peace.